Hey guys, sorry if I'm a little bit late. We're back with our campaign covering the covering the Spiffing Brit investment simulator, Spiffing Brit's hedge fund elf simulator. For those of you who aren't aware, which I'm sure all of you are, we were blessed by the Spiffing Brit covering our little infinite money exploit with Eltharion. He was it was lovely of him actually. He contacted me soon after we put up that video, which of course Bob is the one that discovered the exploit. Put up that video with this sort of infinite money for Eltharion, and yeah, he asked if he could use it to make a video. He said he would give us props and stuff. I let him know that Legend of Total War was the one that came up with the diplomacy exploit that actually allowed us to increase the money while we're still at war and stuff. I don't know if you already knew that or not, but yeah, it was really cool when we put both links to both mine and Legend of Total War's channels, and it's really nice of him. So and I watched his video, and it's like a really good video as well, the investment simulator one. So yeah, check out the Spiffing Brit investment simulator. Hi Mercy, we have snow here. Oh my god, my life, it is alive. Grandfather Nurgle wanted to be the first. Sorry, typhus, another disease beat you, Nurgle. Anyways, so yeah, let's get down with the Spiffing Brit investment simulator hedge fund elf Spiffing Brit campaign, episode 5. We just did a quick rebrand in order to get in line with the internet hype, if there is any. So as you can see, we're theoretically earning minus 36,000 per turn, but in actuality we're earning plus 80,000 per turn or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty because of the money exploit, of course. So once you get the money exploit going, you get like a passive income basically, where you'll just continuously get thousands and thousands of gold. I mean, we could have done it heaps more. We could have kept going until we were getting 500,000 a turn, or a million a turn, or 250 million a turn, or a billion a turn, or whatever, But yeah, I mean, 80,000 a turn in the early game, especially, is ample. If we really want to, we can do the money exploit again to another faction, and like just start a new hedge fund, start a new investment banking situation. And now this time we'll have like 500,000 gold to get it started, so it'll start off very fast. Did it seem odd that he didn't get 1 million until turn 99? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he could have done it faster, but he was doing a lot of stuff in that video as well. Like, it wasn't just it was a really cool video, like in terms of just how to make a cool video. He kind of hit so many different buttons with all the different little cheeses and kind of things. But it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's hard to describe, but Spiffing Brit does different type of videos to like this sort of stuff you'd see on my channel. I don't know, so I'm a Total War streamer, Spiffing Brit's not a Total War streamer. He's like I don't know what he is. He's the Spiffing Brit. He's got his own thing. He's got his own thing going on. But do you know what I mean? Like, his videos are designed to be funny, entertaining. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but yeah, I don't know. If you just watch his video, you'll understand what I mean. Like the pacing, the way that it just keeps introducing different little exploits and funny exploits at the right moments and stuff like that. Yeah, he did mention it in the video. It was really cool entry device. He actually had a whole screen at one point where the screen went kind of blank, and it had my YouTube my YouTube avatar and stuff, and Legends YouTube avatar and stuff. So yeah, but it was like, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing because it's got like, you know, Legend of Total War, 340,000 subscribers, MercytheMad, 4,000 subscribers. It's kind of like a little bit embarrassing. I checked some of the comments and, you know, it was a bit like, oh wow, he did a shout out to Legend of Total War and some other guy, you know, but it was like, whatever. It's still really cool. It's still really cool to get mentioned by a big YouTuber like Legend or Spiffing Brit. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. He mentioned both me and Legend of Total War, which was really awesome. And also in the comments, like he pinned his own comment, and his comment had a link to my to Legends Total War channel and to mine as well. So yeah, it's really awesome. I don't know how much obviously the reason why I changed the name of this stream is because, you know, he just put out his video, and I thought maybe there'll be a little bit of crossover with people like interested in, you know, maybe there's people that don't normally play Total War that are interested in, you know, how the game actually works and stuff, because, you know, obviously Spiffing Brit's video didn't like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's more designed around being funny and stuff than it is around being like
Tyrion,
an actual guide, if you know what I mean. Like,
how can I assist?
Yeah, I don't know. Gotta start somewhere, bro. Only 2K subs to establish. I'm wrapped with how much progress we've made so far. Like, and all of you guys, like, like it's great that we've got such a big community. Like, even just like starting the stream now, and we've got like, just look at the chat. Like, we've got so many people commenting, and like, you know, I didn't even say hello to everybody today. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like, we've got a few new people I haven't really seen as much as well. Hey, Kenrick, how you going, man? Ogre Kingdoms or choose Dwarves for Rave Pack, do you reckon? If you're saying which one I think most, are you saying which one do I think is most likely, or which one do I want the most? I want the Chaos Dwarves the most. I mean, I'd love Chaos Ogre Kingdoms as well, but I want Chaos Dwarves more. I'm sure that he could have got 1 million, but like earlier, but it's like, that wasn't really the point of it, you know, like, I thought the way he put the video together was really good, because like, as he's like demonstrating, and he demonstrated the thing really well as well. Like, when I sort of demonstrated, I'm sure I didn't explain it as clearly and as make it as obvious for people, but like when he's doing the video, like he's saying like, and now we're making amazing 1,700 gold, and then he's like, you know, it kind of builds up the tension more, and it's like 8,000 gold for free, you know, millions, you know, it's as if that's like heaps of gold, you know, like, and you're like, that's not that much gold, and like, but you know that it's going to get more, you know, but yeah, so I don't know, like, it's, yeah, like, I don't know, if you don't play Total War too much, like, you know, 1,700 gold probably sounds like a lot, you know, to get for free anyway. But, you know, he could have just gone straight away to the end and said, oh, I did this thing and now I've got millions of gold. But he wouldn't, you know, he builds up the tension, I guess, or builds up the, yeah, I don't know. I think I have to study it more, but anyway. But anyways, so I thought we'd just do some, like, actual Total War. So this is not clickbaited by any means, like, even though it kind of is, but like, this is literally a campaign that I started using the exact same exploit that the Spiffing Brit demonstrated in his video. This is actually episode 5 of the campaign, so you can go back to the start and see exactly how it all played out if you haven't watched this channel before. But for those of you who've been following along, of course you already know how it goes. But yeah, exactly how the Spiffing Brit did it, except for I did it to my own faction. So I started off as Eltharion. He starts off here. I kind of conquered my way down here. Tyrion's Lothern faction, the White High Elves, the main faction, they were here. So I basically beat them up for like about 40 turns, captured all their lords, indoctrinated them all, kept giving them all my money back, exactly how Spiffing Brit did in the video, until they were super rich and they were giving me 80,000 gold per turn. And then I just confederated the whole faction into my faction. So that's like the extra level of cheese on top of all that. So Spiffing Brit was demonstrating how you get them with their last army locked into a town, and you siege it, so they're like stuck in there and no one can attack them, and they're invincible, like they basically can't be destroyed or anything as long as you keep them sieged. But there's another level to it even further than that. If it's your own faction, like if it's elves, the same race as you can actually confederate that race and then all of those indoctrinated lords become part of your faction, and they just keep giving you that money forever after that. Like once they've been confederated into your faction, you don't lose the indoctrinate money. You just keep getting it without having to keep them sieged anymore or anything. So I could have kept building it up to a higher amount. Like I said, it's only about 80,000 gold per turn, but it's still pretty good. Robert, how are you going, man? Welcome back to the stream. The stream starts working right after I'm done working. Excellent. That's good. Does that mean that the stream's like a convenient time for you, or does that mean that you fucking kept working till like midnight or something because you were stuck trying to fix that bug? Wake Up Dead said his name at the start. Yeah, that's really good. Hey, Suckman Gaming, how you going, man? True, but I have 12 million on turn 75. 12 million on turn 75 is pretty good. I'm not sure how much it's really hard to like calculate it in your head, like if you're not really good at maths, or even if you are good at maths, like it's just really hard to calculate in your head because it's exponential growth. So it starts off with like 800 gold, then it's like 900 gold, then it's like 1100 gold, then it's 1300, then it's 1700, and it's sort of like slowly. Then you start hitting like 10,000, 15,000, 50,000, 200,000. 1 million, 50 million, 250 million, 2 billion. Like once it starts going up really fast, it goes up like really, really fast. But yeah, so it's hard to sort of say how close you are, but it's sort of like more gets like orders of magnitude. But anyways, I have a question. But I'm making a Lawmaster of Hoeth stack. I got the second one recruited with the trait I want. How do I get another Lawmaster with that trait? So basically when you want to farm traits, you just need to hire the bottom one on the list. So so just say you want to hire some Lawmasters, right? Just say Athletic was the trait that you wanted to get. Then you would like hire this guy, and then next turn a new 40 influence guy would come into this list at the bottom. And then if it was Athletic, then cool, you just get it. If it's not Athletic, you just hire whatever it is to clear that space, and then the next turn, another guy with a 40 influence trait will come in. So there's 2 40 influence slots, there's 2 10 influence slots, and there's 2 no influence slots. And if you make a space here, then up to 1 new guy will come per turn. So if you buy both of these guys, you won't get 2 new per turn. You can only get a maximum of 1 new guy come into the pool per turn. So there's no point buying both of them. You just buy the bottom one each time. And then in addition to that, so every turn you'll get 1 new chance to get the trait that you want. And also, it won't double up. So if this fecund one's the one you don't want, just leave that there and just keep buying the bottom one. And that way, at least there's 1 less option out of the whole pool of all the 40 influence traits. If you leave fecund there, at least it's one that you definitely won't get. And then this bottom one, every time it refreshes, it'll be one of the other ones, not fecund. So yeah, so you just keep buying the bottom one, and then you get 1 chance per turn that the new trait will come that is the one you want. And in addition to that, I think it's like 7 or 10 turns, the ones that have been in here the whole time will get replaced. So you'll be getting a new one at the bottom here every 1 turn, and as well as that, the top one will go away and come back every 10th turn or something like that. Actually, you caught right at the start of my workday. It's 6:14 for me right now. Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, so it is convenient for you. That's good. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't be like the right time for everybody. So there's some people that it's good for, and some people that aren't. But when I first started streaming, I started streaming at 11 p.m. my time. I think I might have started streaming at 9 p.m. my time. And then it just kept getting later and later. But I found it was really hard to do it at like 9 or 11 because you'd like finish work, you'd eat your dinner, and then after you've eaten your dinner and you kind of sit down, especially if you're a bit tired, you just start getting sleepy. And I found it really impossible to combat that. So I found like it's much easier. Like I just get finish work, have my dinner, go to sleep, have like 5 or 6 hours sleep, and then get up. And even if I haven't had enough sleep, like if I've just had a few hours sleep immediately before the stream, then I'll be like pretty energetic and stuff. So yeah, that works out really well for me. But whereas like, yeah, going on the end of my workday, especially after I've had dinner, just yeah, didn't work at all. How do you increase the maximum of mages as high elves as tier 4 mage building and Teclis as magic item? Yeah, yep. Tier 4 mage building. You got to build. I not even have a mage building here. Loser. Yeah, so this is not tier 4, so no point in really having one there yet. But yeah, you need to build this building, the Grand Repository. But yeah, I don't tend to really build very many of them. I tend to, I do build them, but I don't tend to level up my provinces to tier 4. I tend to just wait till the AI levels them up, and then I just confederate them. Like Sefri, I didn't build any of this stuff. I just waited till they got to tier 4, and I just confederated it after they'd already gotten Gainvale to the tier 4. They conquered Gainvale as well, so I just took all of that. Excuse me, do I have infinite money? Yeah, I have. Well, I don't have infinite money. It just has. I mean, it keeps. Well, I guess it's sort of infinite. It's giving me about 80,000 per turn. We'll see. We'll check it when we end turn here in a minute. Yeah. So I was just sort of saying hello to everybody, and yeah, now I'll kind of like start playing the game in a second. I wonder if we should do a bit more sailing. Oh, there's a lot of these sea treasures around. Where's
No glory, only service.
I wonder if we go to this.
Cut the waves.
Get over there. Yeah.
Row, Asa.
You're getting a little bit of replenishment, so that's cool. Good thing about playing Eltharion, because I usually play Alith and Anar, the good thing about playing Eltharion is that he doesn't have the wrong, like it's not the wrong, normally when I play Alith and Anar, all this land is unpleasant climate for me. So you play Eltharion, it's all like green. It's great. Get a bit more income, it's just easier to grow everything. So it's pretty cool. I decided to go for Elven Scholar. I don't know if it's like optimal, but just gives you more magic items. I'm down with my magic items for shell. I think about making a special Sack City General that's just there specifically farming magic items and just take all the traits that give you more chance of getting magic items. I should zoom up. Zoom in so I can see you guys' comments a bit more easily. Perfect, thank you, and to you, Thingamabob. Yeah, thanks again to Thingamabob for coming up with that that infinite money cheese. That's awesome. Definitely one of the coolest cheeses I've seen anyone come up with, especially in recent times. It's amazing. Thanks for the guides. Just tried the level 40 VC on turn 7. It's turned into this Total War campaign since everyone hates me, but a lot of fun playing as OP VC Lords. Yeah, I really like that as well. As a it's definitely a different type of campaign, having like everybody hate you and stuff, but it sort of almost fits, doesn't it? Like having you're playing as vampires and everyone like hates and distrusts you and stuff, but you don't care because you're just vampires and just kill everyone. It's pretty fun. I think the good thing I like about it is that it's still quite dangerous as well, even though you do get kind of an overpowered start if you follow that guide. It's not like you don't have anything to worry about, you know what I mean? Like it's still a bit scary. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool.
High Lawmaster of Hoeth.
I was going to head up here for some reason, but I totally forget why now. But I was thinking we might actually want to send him back down here because we might get... we're still at war with these guys, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're still at war with these guys. Eventually they're going to come and declare war on me again. I mean, they're still declared war on me, but they're going to come and attack me again. So we probably don't want to get too far away. These guys are all doing Sack City missions on this, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm just trying to
I am their doom.
Rise over something. So this is like, if for anyone who's new to Total War, the whole concept of the Sack City is that you attack the enemy settlement, but instead of like actually conquering it and taking over the settlement, you just sack it, which still leaves it sort of active on the campaign map. And that means that you can just sack it again the next turn, and the next turn, and the next turn. And you just keep them as a sack city, just farm them. And we don't really need the money because we've got these sort of influence. We got the infinite money.
They will know Calador's name.
High Elf Spiffing Brit Hedge fund. There you go. But we do want the experience points and the magic items. So what do we get there? We got some traits. some traits. Got magic item, radiant gem of Alith, which is a nice one. Amulet of fire, yeah, so not great. So we got a couple of magic items, and we got
The greater good has triumphed.
and we got experience for all of our lords.
Traveling.
So yeah, so some of these lords are a little bit behind in the XP, so we're just kind of like
Pride of
level them off a bit extra.
You seek illumination? Sailing? My quest must wait.
3 turns. Another thing we're doing was confederating. So we confederate the lords, then we let the settlements rebel, so that it creates a new faction. Let them expand and conquer some stuff, and then we confederate them again. They've got that option as well, which is pretty cool.
Alarielle the
As you can see, we've got a lot of armies. For turn 47, it's quite early in the game, and normally because of supply lines, this thing gives you 15% extra cost to your armies for each additional army that you have. So normally you try and just only have a single army, or maybe 2 armies you can just explain, but it's quite expensive. But because we've got infinite money because of the Spiffing Brit hedge fund exploit trademark, then we don't give a fuck. We can just have as many armies as we want. So we're basically just wasting 29,000 extra gold. Like, in addition to all of the cost of all these armies, we're just paying an extra 30% of everything on top of that as well. So yeah, normally that would be crippling. You wouldn't be able to do that. But because of the money exploit, you know, we've got a lot more freedom with what we can do, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we get this guy over here as well.
Charting a course.
Find some influence. Yeah, normally we would farm Merathi for a trait to make our agents' actions free, but I don't think we really even care how much our agent actions cost that much. Hey, MercytheMad, I wondered if you could briefly explain how you level your lords and heroes. Well, I mean, just the same as everybody else, just by fighting and stuff. But I mean, in this particular, like, so with my main army with Eltharion, he leveled by just fighting and stuff, fighting different factions and stuff. Whereas these guys, like, I confederated all of these lords from other factions. Like, I didn't start off with these guys. They were the computer was using them at the first, and then I kind of used diplomacy to confederate them into my faction. So, you know, with going here, and the option doesn't come up at the moment, but later on there'll be another option here to confederate, and that means that all their territory and all their armies become part of your army. So I did that, and because the AI is obviously not as efficient as the human player, these guys are all low level still. So I need to kind of level them up to catch them up to everybody else. So yeah, so in this situation we've got this city here, as I explained a minute ago. We just keep that alive, even though we've beat the shit out of it. Every time we just keep beating the shit out of it more and getting more and more, experience.
There will be
We've got some nobles here that can farm it for influence as well,
destruction.
which is pretty cool. I meant more the skill path. Oh, which way do you spend the points? Oh, right. Okay, it depends on which character you're playing. So, if you're playing Eltharion, he's unique. So, he's got a unique skill tree. The main thing with him is that he gets this Grim Discipline, which gives all of his guys the Grim Discipline instead of the Martial Discipline skill. Well, actually, that's not really the main thing. The main thing is this. So he gets minus 40% Vigor Loss for all Mistwalker units, plus 20% Weapon Strength for all Mistwalker units, and plus 20% Weapon Strength for all Missile units. Mistwalker units. So basically, he's got these things, and also you've got other buffs that you can get in the Toya Rest tree that make Mistwalker units really good for him specifically. So basically, normally you would go in this red tree to buff your archers and take some Sisters of Avalon and stuff like that. But for Eltharion, I think most people agree it's best to just take these 2 skills. A lot less skill points wasted than putting this stuff into all this as well. And then you just use exclusively Mistwalker units. So I've got pretty much mostly exclusively Mistwalker units in here, and they're like super buffed. Like their missile strength is quite high. Yeah, all this stuff is kind of like buffed from your skill tree and stuff. But if you're for normal high elves, I mean, it depends on the character, but I mean, I guess a pretty standard kind of way of leveling it would be to just put points into whatever you want in here. It doesn't really matter. I usually go for wary because it's the most kind of combat related out of those skills. It gives you, you know, ambush defense chance. Really good against Skaven especially. And then work my way up to lightning strike. So, you know, most people probably wouldn't take anything beyond lightning strike, or maybe you would. I mean, you should definitely get lightning strike. It doesn't really matter if you get the rest of the stuff or not. There's arguments for different stuff. Probably would not take quartermaster because you don't need the money because you're going to be rich because you're high elves, and because you're doing the Spiffing Brit Elven Hedge Fund exploit, which means you get infinite money. So, you know, early game you might be tempted to take this, but late game you won't have any money problems. Just don't waste your points on it. But yeah, you could put some more points into those things as well if you want. But mainly you're going to always go for 3 points in Bowmaster because your army is going to be made up of Sisters of Avalon primarily. But for this particular guy, Imrik, he's a bit like Eltharion. He's got a special thing with dragons. So for him, you want to go dragons. But you also really want to get Heart of the Flame, this second tier one. And you can't get to these ones unless you get this one. You can't get this one unless you spend 6 points in here. So basically you want to get 3 points in Skymaster, and you got to spend 3 points in something else. So normally you get 3 points in Skymaster, 3 points in Bowmaster, because you'll get the Sisters of Avalon earlier. So you'll, you know, use them until you get your dragons. But the AIs put points into Militia Master, so whatever. We'll just maybe put another point in there, or put 1 point in Bowmaster, and then put 3 points in Skymaster. But yeah, that's pretty much how I tend to go. I tend to go for Lightning Strike, Bowmaster, and then Favourable Winds. And then I kind of fill in their other skills as needed. But regardless, for any Legendary Lord, whenever they hit level 12, they usually get access to their like unique skill tree. So always look at this and see what in here is going to give you a faction bonus that's going to help the whole faction. So I'd like basically do that. So go for Lightning Strike down here, go for Bowmaster here, and also just keep a lookout for their unique traits here. That's just, I guess, without going into like every single skill in the whole game, you know, that's kind of like an overview of how I usually go about it. So, yeah.
Glory to the king.
Just English being English, yeah. Did the stream crash? I don't know, I hope not. Doesn't say it crashed. What was your opinion of Spiff's strat? Did he pull it off correctly? Yeah, I mean, he just, yeah, I don't know. It needs to be all spears. Yeah, that's right. I'm not doing the strat properly. Well, I mean, Spiffing Brit, he's not a Total War streamer specifically. You know what I mean? I think he quite likes Total War. But do you know what I mean? Like he's got his own Spiffing Brit thing going on. You know, he's not like specifically a Total War streamer. So I think like if you're a pretty serious Total War player, I don't know what I mean like by that, but you know, if you play a lot of Total War, like if you're in the like hundreds of thousands of hours of Total War, then you're probably not gonna, you know, learn too much from Spiffing Brit's video because you already know all that stuff yourself, you know. But yeah, I still think it was really entertaining, you know, and actually I kind of learned more about making. For me, it was more about how to make a video. Like the dude can make a video, man. Like he knows what he's doing. It was like such a well put together video.
We stand ready for action.
Where's my man?
Of
There he is.
Let's hear it. We march.
Burden of the Shadowlands. Your decree? I am ready. Moving unseen. We begin. Move.
So yeah, we're fashioning. That's Harrieth, the princess. She's one of our confederated lords. We don't need her anymore. We'll save a little bit of money. We may as well, you know, even though have got infinite money, we may as well save a little bit of money.
Protector of Elf.
And this guy Tyrion, he's also just a nobody lord that we don't need. So we'll
Defender
pop him
of the Phoenix
into
throne.
Alith's. Merge those armies into Alith's as well. This army's still pretty weak. I'm hoping to kind of power him up a bit. We'll get rid of these archers. We'll probably get rid of these Illyrian Reeve Archers as well. Get rid of probably most of these Eagle Claws, and just fill out with more Shadow Warriors and Shadow Walkers. We've got 3 Shadow Walkers somewhere. Just for flavour, I like to give him. I think the Eltharion's got him, whatever Eltharion is.
Wisdom awaits.
Yeah, he's got 3 Shadow Walkers. So those guys, that's sorry, that's Alarielle, but yeah, she's got his Shadow Walkers. It's because Alith and Anar get some special bonuses for Shadow Walkers.
Not one
So we want to
rookie
give
on
them to
Nagareth.
him.
That is all for now.
She had some special tree guys, but we got them killed unfortunately. So I'm just finished still like covering all this chat, guys. I'll start like actually playing the game soon. Racism speech about elves and grandfather. Yeah, well that's one of our Discord rules. There's like no racism, no sexism, no what are the other isms? You know, none of those isms. Unless it's against elves, that's fine. Everyone hates elves. You gotta be specific though, Grandfather Nurgle. Yeah, you're only allowed to be racist specifically against elves. That's the only time. So you got to be careful not to, you know. Anyway, all right. So I think we're all caught up on chat. Thanks a lot for everyone for joining. It's great. We've got like 40 people watching the stream, so that's all really awesome.
Warden of Safari.
I've got a lot of stuff going on. That's the only thing when you start getting into late campaign, especially if you're really if you're got a bit of a kickstart, you know, like we have in this campaign. You have like a lot going on. We've got like crap loads of characters everywhere, you know. So yeah, just kind of like catching up on. Yeah, I'm partly like catching up with chat and partly just re-familiarizing myself with everything. I mean, I played this campaign only a few days ago, but still, I'm already just trying to figure out what's going on. It's like losing track of all
by
the,
light.
like lords and heroes and shit that I've got like all over the place. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So the oh, what do you want? No, we don't want to do anything with you. The idea of this campaign, basically, for those of you who have played a lot of Total War, you'll understand that once you get to a certain point, like usually around maybe turn 80 or turn 100, you start getting like, I don't know, it's like you've kind of conquered the early game challenges. The game becomes a lot more kind of administration and stuff. A lot more work to do each turn. And sometimes you start yearning for a simpler game, you know, and a game with new possibilities. You know, later you get into the game, you're kind of more locked into the scenario that you're playing, and you know the enemies that you have to fight and that kind of thing. And it starts to feel not as free and not as open and sandboxy sometimes as well. But like having crap loads of money. So we spent heaps of money. We had like 500 and something. It said we were going to lose 30,000 a turn. But we ended up getting plus, you know, 60,000 more per turn or something. It seems like it's actually still going up, even though I'm not doing anything about making it go up. It still seems to be, yeah, it doesn't seem to be going down anyway. So yeah, I don't know what we had before, but now I've got more. So, you know, even without us even doing we stopped doing the exploit like ages ago, and we're still going to end up with like $1 million gold pretty soon. We'll probably never be able to spend all the money, you know, until the very late game. So this is the bash stream, Mercy, because I'm down. We did the bash stream already. We've already bashed everyone. It was a bash Tyrion. This was, we used the bash Tyrion confederation method. Yeah, again, if anyone's new to the stream, to the channel, sorry, yeah, there's a video called Bash Tyrion Confederation. Explains how to like be at war with somebody and still make them like you and confederate them at the same time. That we kind of, yeah, well, it kind of goes, I guess it was a bit of a combined effort. A bunch of us like kind of figured it out, that one. But yeah, thanks for all of our scientists that helped us work on this sort of stuff. Alarielle is a bit upset about the High Elves. Tell us what you really think, Alarielle. Don't like hold back, bro. Just feel free to speak. Feel free to speak freely. But yeah, so Alarielle says, "Oh man, high elves again? What the fuck? What is wrong with you, Mercy? Can't you just focus on something else rather than the fucking high elves? Do some Krokgar stuff or Grimgar or Belagar or anything but elves." Yeah, no, sorry, man. I do other stuff, and I am doing other stuff. It's just that because the Spiffing Brit just put out a video yesterday that's specifically about the exploit that this campaign specifically focuses on. So I don't know. I just thought that I usually do one episode of this particular campaign every week. As I was just explaining, it's quite often you get bored with the campaign once you get to a certain point. So the mission with this campaign is to try and make a campaign that doesn't get boring. That even though it's gone on for quite a long time, it's just there's so much fun things to do, so much variety, and that it just still remains interesting, So that's the idea with this. And High Elves are probably the best faction to do that with because they've got so many tools, so many unique things. They're very powerful as well. They've got the best, most interesting, best heroes. There's just so much stuff to going on. So the idea of this campaign is to be like an endless campaign where rather than sort of playing up to turn 80 or 100 or whatever, getting bored and starting again, you just keep playing and playing and playing until you get into hundreds of turns in and maybe different situations kind of develop that you wouldn't see that often if you don't play into late game normally. And stuff like that. So that's the idea of it. But yeah, no, I definitely do cover other factions, Larissa. Sorry the Elves trigger you, but I was playing something else yesterday. You just went around, obviously. I usually just play this faction once a week, but I did go more than 1 week without playing them for a while. So I did play it like 3 or 4 days ago, but or whenever it was. But yeah, so it's probably a little bit too early for another one, but I kind of went for about a week and a half, 2 weeks without playing them as well, so I maybe had one. We had one owed. But yes, we definitely will play other stuff other than Elves. Got some ideas for Lizardman Campaign we were vaguely talking about. Won't be for at least a couple of weeks, so probably. And I definitely want to hit some Skaven at some point. But that'll probably be, I'm not sure, it might be after the Lizardmen. But yeah, right now we're working on Isabella sort of exploit thing and confederating all of the Vampire Lords. We're working on Imrik, the Dragon Lord, starting off as him, then migrating to Eltharion, confederated Tyrion. Gonna make a video about both of those things. So I'll probably be doing some more streams about that. Also, another thing we're working on is playing Wolfheart, but migrating Wolfheart from Lustria, because Lustria is shit. Fuck Lustria. And migrating Wolfheart from Lustria back to the Empire, and then having an Empire campaign, but with Wolfheart as your main legendary lord, and confederating all the other lords. So we've got sort of like 3 different things we're kind of working on at the same time. We might sort of weave in some other stuff, plus there'll be another episode of this in a week's time, plus there'll be another episode of the Dwarf co-op campaign with Kenny, the Warhammer campaign. It's just like 2-player Warhammer, where me and Kenny both be dwarven bros. So I got a lot of stuff, trying to fit stuff in, but yeah, so I'm planning on doing some Lizardmen and Skaven stuff eventually, but it might be a couple of weeks or something before that stuff pops up. But yeah, there'll definitely be some more Isabella. We've kind of got it all solved, but we still need to demonstrate it, and and maybe I'll get some more tips and tricks for you guys. So I want to do a follow-up video for Isabella. And we've done some science streams in the past where I've got everybody to kind of tell me their tips and everything, and then when I've gone to make a video, I already had the kind of basic part for the video, but then you guys give me your little tips and tricks and stuff, and they'll be things that I sometimes not even stuff I don't know, stuff I do know, but I'd forgotten, I hadn't thought to put it in the video, and then somebody says it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. But quite often as well, stuff I get stuff I don't even know, so that's cool.
I'm listening.
But yeah, so I might do another little... This is the guy I was talking about. So get this guy, got plus 25% magic item drop chance, right? And then you stick him into a lord. I don't think he's got it. No, he's got a different one. But normal elf lords have
Remain vigilant.
this trait. But this guy's got Elven Scholar, gives you plus 24% item drop chance. So you get that. Plus the other guy's got 25%, so it's 49% drop chance. Your base drop chance in Legendary is 40%. Plus I think if you get a decisive victory, you get another 4% or 6% or something like that. So you're basically getting 40 plus 49, so it's like 89 plus another 4 or something, so 93% item drop chance. So you know, it's pretty cool. And then if you put him on a saxity like this, where you're sacking it every turn, and just getting more items and stuff, then you
The dragon shall wake.
get more items. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's you know, you get it. Just get more items.
Star Lance strikes.
So yeah, we're just doing the sack city thing again here to get
Let
some
us
more
wake
items.
the dragons.
And we're not really worried too much about doling them out to anyone. We're not really getting anyone battle ready at the moment. We're just in a bit of a peacetime, sort of situation.
Shield of Alarielle. Forward.
Everyone's just chilling,
Making
grinding
camp.
it out.
Your behest. Preparing camp.
And Alarielle's on her way past.
Mistress of the
She may as well just
undying
like pop in,
forest.
get some free XP. Why not?
Journeying.
Bring them death. I.
We'll just want to resolve.
Step
We'll take some
back.
casualties, but not anything significant. Yeah, like 100 guys. It's fine. Hey, Jamie Dodger, how you going, man? I love High Elves and Eltharion. These are my favourite. You play them as much as you want, Mr. No worries, American. I intend to. I just thought it was funny that Alarielle was like losing his shit about it. But yeah, sorry, Alarielle. I know I do play a lot of Elves. I am trying to like mix it up a little bit, but you know, it's sort of, I don't know, it's hard. It's like, for one thing, I've got to play what I want to play, you know what I mean? I can't, I don't know. I've tried playing shit I don't want to play and it just doesn't really work. I just, you know, it's hard to make myself do it. And it's hard to be motivated to get up at 4 AM every morning and stream with you guys before I go to work. You know, when I'm playing some faction that I don't like, you know. So you know, I gotta make it fun for myself as well. But as well as that, I'm trying to work on videos, you know, and sometimes I need to play the factions that. Why can't I put that on anyone? Is this what? Oh, a different guy, right? Yeah. So, you know, like yeah. Gotta play what I want, and also. You know, sometimes I'm working on a video and I need to play the specific faction that goes along with that. Or in this case, it's just sort of like I thought it was just a promotional thing for the stream, you know, because, you know, the Spiffing Brit's a much bigger channel than mine. He's got like 2 million subscribers. Well, he's like a much bigger. You know, he's got like 2 million subscribers. There's a lot of people that watch Spiffing Brit videos that maybe don't even play Total War.
belongs to Caliban.
So I don't know. I don't even know if it really helps, but I thought since he just put out a video that like specifically named me and specifically referenced the exploits that were showing off in this campaign.
We are the
you know,
world's
like,
protectors.
I just thought it was probably a no-brainer that I should try and do something for, just in case there's any people from Spiffing Brit's community that are kind of interested in wanting more information about this stuff. Then you know, should like provide, provide a stream for those people to watch. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, actually that'd be interesting. If anyone's watching this, if anyone's in the live stream right now, or if anyone's watching this VOD later on, if you could like comment either in the live stream chat or just comment on the video and let me know if you found this video after watching Spiffing Brit. Yeah, so you never heard about me before, and then after watching Spiffing Brit's video, then you heard about me. It'd be really interesting to find out if literally anybody has come here from Spiffing Brit, or if it just didn't work at all. It's an all online school now. It's actually fun. Switch to live chat. Yeah, I don't even really know the difference between live chat and top chat, but yeah, I think live chat is what I normally have it on. Which I'm sorry no, because I like his streaming, but I don't like the content for now, but his works are great. Well, it's literally just like tonight, Alarielle, like I wasn't playing Elves yesterday, and I won't be playing Elves tomorrow, so it's like, yeah. But yeah. I wasn't even sure if you were serious. I kind of, because your comment was so extreme with like all exclamation marks and swearing and shit, I kind of thought maybe you were joking, but yeah, no, if you're serious, and for all the other people who really fucking hate Elves out there, like with a passion. Yeah, sorry.
The Ever Queen.
It's just, I mean, another one of the problems is the Elves are just the best faction in the game. Like, just objectively, they're just the best, you know. Like they've just got the most unique sort of stuff, the most interesting game mechanics, variety of units. Like they're just the best faction. High Elves are. And they're like the most powerful, and just everything is good about them basically, I'd say Skaven are a pretty good rival. They're kind of like up there, but
Champion
they're not
of the Ever Queen.
quite as good as High Elves. I'd say maybe Skaven and Dark Elves, or maybe Skaven are probably even maybe a bit better in terms of when you add everything up together, all of their different cool things that they've got. Oh yeah, cool. So we've finally got this unlocked. That was one of the reasons I wanted to grind him up to get 3 extra noble capacity. Then it means we can hire 3 more nobles, which means that we can get 3 more nobles out in the field farming influence for us.
Order must be
Because
maintained.
influence is one of the things we really need to get. Let's say whoever was talking about farming traits before. So here I'm trying to farm a trait called resistant, and it's a 10 influence trait. So we've got 2 10 influence traits. So every turn I hire the bottom one
Handmaiden
and
of the
delete
Ever
it,
Queen.
and that makes space for next turn for a new one to come in and fill that bottom slot. And so I just keep deleting one 10 influence turn per turn until I farm the one I want. I would like to get some 40 influence nobles eventually, but we don't really need them right now. We just need more influence really right now, so we'll just keep, just
What do you
firing
require?
these guys. We can just make them farm
Not
influence here as
possible.
well. Top chat messages removes messages from people who comment too much
Light
for people like me.
triumphs
Oh, okay.
over darkness.
Oh, I know. I'm happy for everyone to put more stuff in there. Comment as much as they want. But yeah. I mean, don't worry. Their population is in decline. The knife ears can't even breed correctly. Lols. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you're not going to watch the VOD. If you hate High Elves and you're just not interested in High Elf campaigns, you're not going to watch the video afterwards. But I think for the live stream part, I mean, part of it's like chatting, you can ask me questions about other stuff. You can tell me how much you fucking hate Elves and shit. We can talk about that. So it's not all just, I mean, yeah.
Assume
It's not just
standard
well, I mean, obviously you're here, aren't you? So, you obviously still get something out of it.
Full speed.
Even when I'm playing Elves.
The grim.
But yes, no, I'm aware that I play a lot of Elves.
Row tirelessly. Make
All I can
safe.
say is Warhammer 3 is coming soon, and there's going to be some other good factions in there. I can't wait to play Chaos. I wanted to play Chaos ever since Game 1 came out, but Chaos just sucks so much that I just can't play it because it just is painful. They're going to actually have good Chaos. Excuse me. You're going to actually have good Chaos to play. How awesome is that going to be? Playing all the mono gods. It's going to be amazing. And imagine how many new factions we're going to have. There's going to be, I don't know, there's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. There's going to be at least 7 factions pretty soon after release. Once the first Warhammer 3 DLC comes out, which will probably be Ogre Kingdoms, I guess. There's 7 new whole races with at least 2 different lords for each one. So much more content. Plus, every race that's in the game now is going to get upgraded, and we're going to have I wonder if we should get the Shrine of Cain, or if we should keep it as a Sac City, maybe. We've got another boat here as well. I kind of want to take this army into battle and just see what happens, but I really want to get my Shadow Walkers in there, so we'll just meet up with Alarielle first before we do anything. Now we need to start a war with somebody as well.
Son of Ulfwood.
Not really for any economic or political reason, mainly just because we're bored, We're high elf dilettantes. We've got super rich, live forever, basically got no problems.
Noble son
and we're just better than everybody else, you know what I mean? High elves are just the superior, the superior race. And it's up to us to, govern the lesser races and bend them to our will. So we need to get onto that, really. We do have some busy work still to consolidate our power on Ulthuan here. Keep farming more heroes and stuff like that. But yeah, we need to look around, see who needs to be messed with a bit. I think we could we could probably just farm a lot of these sea treasures. That'll keep us out of trouble a little bit.
Off I go. The gods guide me.
By the comet.
I'm going to force launch, but I'm pretty sure there's no one around that can mess with us. So
Champion of the Evergreen.
should be okay.
Onward, handmaiden. Saint Louis, guardian of order.
The sea is
It's only
calling.
2 turns till we get destroying 4. That's pretty good. And we're just sitting. So there's a couple of really good traits that you get here. Caledonian Dragon Rouser, I think, is one of them, or something like that. There's another. Yeah, there's 2 different dragon traits that you can get for just sitting these guys in the Tower of Hoth place, and there's another one you can get for just sitting them in there in the same area as the Sapphire landmark, like this one. So yeah, so basically by sitting these guys here, we just have like a every 5 turns they have a chance of getting extra ancillaries, which are really, really good ancillaries. Hypothetically, if you were to play Warriors of Chaos, which of the 3 lords are you picking? Hey, Evil Monkey. I always used to play. I'm having a mental blank now. You know, the blonde, good-looking dude. But they just buffed Archeon. So Archeon gets plus 30% damage to all of his troops now once they get maxed out in level, or 28% or something. So yeah, I play Archeon. Okay, see you, Grandfather Nurgle. Yeah, don't be a stranger. Jimmy Dodger, it is more fun to watch when you're playing a faction you actually enjoy. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm getting behind in the chat here. I won't lie, I would like to see some sweet Wood Elf cheese strats. Hey, American Man. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be a while before I hit back on Wood Elves, because yeah, there is a fair bit of elf hate going on in the community, and so yeah, and so you know, I played so much Dark Elves and High Elves. I feel like I've kind of exhausted the elf love in the community right now. So yeah, it might be a little while before I cycle back to Wood Elves, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they are a new faction as well, and there's probably a bit more demand for people to play them, and even for myself, like I haven't played Wood Elves as much as all the other factions. So, but I feel like I need to take on a new challenge, either Skaven or Lizardmen, or both, because they're both factions. Skaven, Lizardmen, and Tomb Kings. They're like 3 races that I don't really play, but I think they're all really good races. Like I'm familiar with. You know, some of their cheeses. I'm familiar with their mechanics and the heroes and stuff that they can get and all that kind of stuff. Their general gameplay and everything. And I evaluate that those are like really good factions. Like they're up there with Dark Elves and stuff like that. But I just personally haven't enjoyed them as much. But I feel like I could get into them. You know, so I kind of feel like as a personal challenge, I need to try to one of those 3 races, either Tomb Kings, Lizardman, or Skaven. I need to like have a good effort to really get into them and have a few good campaigns, or at least to start a few good campaigns with them. So that's kind of like my next mission. After those 3, because we already got a whole bunch of stuff already on the go at the moment. But yeah, after that, get into some of those. But it's so hard. There's so many things. Like I still really want to play Skarsnik as well. I feel like I didn't really done that enough. This guy's just like, I don't know. We don't really need him for anything. He's already charged up for 27 turns.
The way. Setting a course.
Guide, give the word. There will be carnage.
Failure. What a noob. You disappoint me.
Fear the might of Eltharion.
What news?
Right, I think we're good. Yeah, so we'll have a look around the map in a second and see who we want to mess with. We need to go out and start a war with somebody.
waste my time.
Hey guys, what do you think about possible doom stacks of future Warhammer 3 factions? Which one do you think would have the best roster all around? I think it's a bit early to start talking about doom stacks with the Game 3 factions, Alarielle. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess there's no harm in speculating about it, but I think we just have like fuck all information, so it's like pretty hard to like, you know, like, yeah. I mean, I guess you can. I mean, you can sort of. You can look at the lore, not the lore. You can look at the tabletop rules. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, this Warhammer game, all the units and everything that are in it are based on a tabletop board game that you use little miniature soldiers, and there's rules that you determine how you can, you know, fight battles and stuff against each other, and you can, you know, work out combat and stuff like that. So, apologies to any tabletop wargamers that, you know, if that was like a really simplified explanation of Warhammer, but yeah, so it's based on a tabletop wargame, and so basically every faction, every unit, everything in the game basically comes from those rule books. So you can kind of like already know what's going to be in the game if you just read the old tabletop rule books. And all of the different units that you can get, the different types of soldiers and stuff, it's all in there. So yeah, so we can get that information already. We already know kind of we already know pretty much everything that's going to be brought into the game, like all the different units and stuff like that. But like what I was sort of saying about the Doomstack thing is, you can't really tell what the Doomstack's going to be because you don't know what the actual implementation is going to be. Like you don't know what the actual stats are going to be. You know, the stuff that actually determines how powerful the units actually are. You know. So yeah, I wonder if
Burden of the Shadowlands.
yeah.
Treading softly.
Not one Druki on Nagareth. Come, Shadow Warriors. Silent travel.
Yeah, so we want the Shadow Walkers. And some of these guys maybe? Sentinels. Not really. Kind of. Not really.
The next moon we move. Shadow Warriors.
Queen of Avalon.
There is only vengeance.
Yeah, we'll send him out to do some treasure hunting.
Patience, Shadow Warrior.
Alarielle.
Mistress of the Undying
Yeah, we need to find
Forest.
someone to mess with. We need to go and invade something. Chaos Dwarfs might have a pretty strong stack. I'm sure they'll all have pretty strong stacks, you know. It's really hard to, you know, yeah. Like, for Doomstack for Ogres, like, I was thinking, you know, what are those big beasts they ride on with the tusks? Sorry, bad. That was a pretty bad explanation. But yeah, Ogre, Monstrous Cavalry. I think Monstrous Cavalry could be a thing. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it'll be just, you know, really shit. But yeah, I think in terms of Monstrous Cavalry, like, compared to like Demigryphs or something like that we have in the game now, you know, Ogre Monster Cavalry is going to be a whole different deal. Yeah, Mournfang Cavalry is what I was thinking. These are. I can show it for a quick. There's probably better images on the net and stuff. But this is just quickly. This is from the Warhammer Wiki. So there's like, you can see like the Mournfang, this kind of big tusked kind of beast, and that's an ogre. So just for scale, that's an ogre that's like twice the size of a man. Or more, you know, it's like twice the height of a man, like probably like 10 times the weight of a man. On the back of a giant beast. There's another rendition of them down here. They're kind of like giant tusked kind of things. Here's a. Can we zoom out? No. I don't know how to zoom in on this. Maybe we can't. Oh, idiot. Whatever. Point is, super heavy cavalry. So, kind of like the, infinite windows going on there. Kind of like the Bretonian hippogriff stack. How you can just kind of like select the whole stack and then just smash things with it. I kind of feel like you could probably do that kind of stuff with Mournfang cavalry maybe. So that could be a possible doom stack. There you go. There's my bit of speculation. Hey Linksy, how you going, man? I don't know if I'll lose my spot. If you come up with a solid strategy for Arcane in the Black, I'd love you. Lol, one of the hardest campaigns in my opinion. Yeah, like as I said, I'm not really into Khemri, but like into the Twin Kings, but maybe that's something I need to look into at some point.
Countless foes lie over the sea.
Bloodthirsters. Yeah. If see, that's one thing I'm a bit concerned about with 1 and 3. Like with like greater demons and stuff. I kind of feel like the greater demons should be lords, you know, because each greater demon's got a name and stuff. You don't just, you know, there's not like generic nameless greater demon. You know what I mean? Like they all have names and they've got like thousands of years of history and stuff. You don't kind of just pop into existence as a greater demon. I don't know, maybe you do.
Sail forth.
But you know what I mean? Like they're all like big deals, you know. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the same with tree men, but I'm just like I'm gonna look like on the edge, going to force march. Oh, I can't get it in force march. But yeah, I don't know. Like I sort of feel like the bloodthirsters and stuff like that should be named characters. But then again, I kind of feel like that you should be able to have them in armies. But the thing is, if you can have them in armies, that means you can have a 20 stack. You know, you have like a demon prince and 19 bloodthirsters in a stack, which is cool and everything. But it's a bit stupid. Like in the lore, it just seems a bit weird to have like 20 bloodthirsters hanging out. So yeah, I don't know. I can already tell you there will be bear cav stacks. Whether it be good or not, who knows? Yeah, bear cav, like again, monstrous cavalry. I don't know. It's hard to know, but I kind of think maybe monstrous cavalry could be the new meta in game 3. But you know, maybe. I mean, there's no reason to think that particularly, but it just I don't know. There's going to be a lot of monstrous cavalry, so you know, we're gonna have like juggernauts of Khorne. We're gonna have bear cavalry. We're gonna have Mournfang cavalry for the ogres. We're gonna have bull centaurs for the Chaos dwarves. You know, there's going to be a lot of monstrous cavalry coming in. But yeah, I mean, maybe just all monstrous cavalry would be really shit, just like, you know, like they kind of are in Warhammer 2. Or maybe, you know, they'll rebalance stuff and everything, you know, like, yeah, it'd be really, that's sort of there's so many amazing possibilities for game 3. Yeah, if they rebalance all the combat, that would be crazy. I think it would be awesome if you leave these elves at least for a short period and start playing some Beastmen or Greenskin as either Skarsnik or Grimsgod. Yeah, well, Skarsnik's one of my favourites, Alarielle, so you definitely got a good chance of seeing some Skarsnik in the relatively near future. Although I've been kind of thinking, I don't know, there's an argument for Grom as well, because if you play Grom, it's really easy to confederate Skarsnik really early, whereas if you play Skarsnik, it's quite hard to confederate anybody else really early. You can kind of get to the Bone Rattlers fairly early. But you know, it's gonna be a while before you get Grom or Grimgor probably. So yeah, I mean, I prefer Skarsnik. I think his gameplay and stuff. But I mean, Grom's pretty awesome as well. So you know, I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, something out of those two are definitely interested in doing that soon. Hey Marihill, how you going, man? There's too much chat. I can't keep up with chat. And it's like sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like switch to only things that are addressed directly at me. Alright, so if you really want me to say anything now, I might skip a lot of the chat and just say things that are specifically maybe. The ogres monstrous cavalry could be different because they're monstrous infantry riding monstrous mounts. Am I wrong? Shouldn't they have greater weapon strength and more charge? Yeah, I mean, of course. I'm sure that they'll have better stats than fucking Empire Knights. Can't wait for Blood Crushers of Khorne. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They've been like an iconic, like the Juggernaut, the Chaos Warriors on Juggernauts. I don't think they were called Blood Crushers back in the day, but like that iconic image of like a Khornate champion or a Khornate Chaos Warrior riding on the back of a Juggernaut has been around for so long. You know, like I can't remember what age I was when I first saw that image, but it was like
Onward
at
then.
least 25 years ago. It's probably more like 30 years ago, or 35 years ago, you know? Like a long time ago. Now it's probably more like...
Stopping for the moment.
Yeah, it's probably more like 20... Yeah, 25 years ago, yeah. Probably 25, yeah, 25.
Speak. My
But yeah,
quest
like,
continues.
you know, I've been dreaming of this stuff coming to life for so long, you know. Especially, Warhammer 1 was really the revelation, you know. It was sort of like the
Handmaiden of dawn.
real resurrection of Warhammer stuff. Especially
Teclis,
after,
High Lawmaster. Grants you wisdom. Weighing anchor.
Ooh. I have no idea if we're going to win this battle. I didn't really think about it, but probably be easy. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. Hey, we haven't fought a battle, even though this is a pretty pathetic battle.
Gods have
Like,
spoken.
let's actually fucking have a bit of a battle, eh? Just for shits and giggles. Darth Simba. Is Simba a Sith Lord? Linksy's got a character on his channel named Simba, who's he's a co-host sometimes, and Simba is apparently a Sith Lord. Darth Simba. That's pretty cool.
Loyal for duty.
Yeah, we're moving house soon, my wife and I, and we're thinking about you can see my like
It will be
patented
done.
Mercy battle lines here. Setting up our mad strats. So yeah, I wanted to make a Lawmaster stack. I can't remember who was talking about Lawmasters before, but so these are Sword Masters. They're kind of like the base unit type, I guess. And then you have Lawmasters, which is a hero kind of version of them. I don't know, Elves, High Elves are pretty cool. Like, they look pretty cool. Look at these guys. They're like, these guys are all like masters of swordplay. That is like two-handed swords. They're all at rest at the moment. They've just got their swords like kind of inverted there, waiting to unleash. But yeah, if you liked you know, the battle scenes in Lord of the Rings where you see the battle lines of elves just like carving through enemies, like those guys are the ones that do it. In Legendary, they get a lot of penalties to melee, so they're not quite as powerful as they would be on lower difficulties. But yeah, so here we've got our two fire mages in attendance on Teclis, who's like a wizard lord. We got some staunch elven archers, but these guys have shields as well and spears, so they can't be charged easily by cavalry. They just whip out their spears and shields. So they're pretty cool. They're called the Sentinels of Astarel. They're an elite Stalker unit. Yeah, and that's all our elven battle lines. Yeah, we could probably just like kind of sit here and watch the battle from close up if we wanted to. Just like not even play, just kind of like watch it play out by itself. Oh, there's the enemy. They're in the distance there. I'm gonna put my hands on them. Oh, they're casting spells. Yeah, an eye level. Are they coming closer? Ah. I think they are. Well, let's see if they're coming closer. Yeah, they're slowly moving closer. Alright, we'll actually we'll just speed things up a little bit. So we're not waiting all day. Alright. Now we get into some cinematic action. Fire Eagle Claws. Hey, Beastman, do you ever play Beastman? One Lord and two Gorbal, two Bray Shaman, or with unseated Bloodthirst plus technology and all Lords. Boost Minotaur's damage above 220. Oh, that's pretty cool. No, the Beastmen are just not fun to play. They're kind of like Chaos, you know, because you can't build anything, and I don't know. I really don't like horde gameplay. I did play Beastman a little bit in game 1, but they were just shit. They were just like not fun. Yeah. you can do a few little cool things like the fear bomb stacks that you can do with them, where you stack the you know, -5 to enemy leadership. Well, they're trying to outflank us. Oh, no, their line's just a bit wider than ours. Stand strong, men. That's right. Unleash the arrows. Steady, men. There may come a time when the will of elves will fail, but it is not today. There's the war horns.
An enemy whistle is cast. Teclis.
Winds of magic rise! Winds of magic rise!
Lakoi! For duty! Loyal!
Without fail. We will obey.
Oh shit. The friendly. Oh, nearly got some friendly fire there. Whoa. Check out that volley. Just skittled all these Swordmasters. They just tanked it though.
It shall be done. Enemy magic. The wind is heavy.
And yeah, that's the battle. That was obviously a super easy battle. There was never any chance we were gonna really lose much there. A couple of our Swordmasters got shot. But yeah, it's a beautiful game, you know. Yeah, just in case there's anyone who's kind of new to the game, I thought I'd just try and show off a little bit of the cinematic stuff. Hey, Vigil. How do you feel about Norska? I really like Norska, hey, but they suffer a little bit from the Curse of Chaos and the Beastmen. Like, they're just a bit not fun to play. They've got some really fun units. They've got a really cool, unique vibe to them. I really love Norska, but it's just their economy, really. Their economy makes things really hard. Or not just their economy. It's their economy, the fact that they don't have any walls on their settlements, and the situation and the way that their land is, you know, relative to the map. It just makes it really hard to defend their territory. And I don't know. Yeah, I find their campaign frustrating. Basically, their campaign can be quite frustrating. But I love them as a faction. I love the look of them. I love their units. I love their heroes. All that stuff's really cool. Norska are awesome. But yeah, just the actual. It's sort of like Chaos, you know, but not as bad. Like Chaos, I love. It's probably one of my favorite factions. Maybe even my favorite faction. I sort of toss and turn between being, you know, on Team Chaos and be Team Empire. You know, like on the one side, I love the brave men of the Empire standing firm against the unknowable horrors. You know. And then on the other hand, I love being the unknowable horrors, you know. So I kind of love both sides of that troop.
They are under mine.
So I love Chaos, but I can't really play them because they're just so unfun, the campaign. And Norska's kind of like the compromise there. Where I love Norska as well for this. It's kind of partly to the similarities to Chaos, partly for the Viking vibe and the werewolves and all that. But they're a lot less painful to play than Chaos. But it's still quite a painful campaign to play, so yeah. Anyway, that's my whole breakdown on how I feel about Norska. Back in the day, I was able to destroy any kind of armies by that unseated Bloodthirst Doomstack, but everybody just skipped through and just go for Nurgle Fausting spam. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff you can do with Beastmen, but just in general, they're just not a very fun campaign, you know, compared to the other ones. For me, anyway. I know some people really like that kind of like ninja stealth Beastman stack gameplay, but I found it just a bit frustrating, and yeah. For sure, you need still making videos for YouTube, playing one or two others. Never go on the film industry because that was bad, real bad. What? I don't know what that was about, Sebastian. Was that to me or what? Nicholas said, I wouldn't say Beastmen are the same as Chaos exactly. Chaos can at least stand up in a fight and not get near instantly wiped out. Oh, I mean, yeah, obviously there's differences between them. I was just saying I don't like either of them. I just don't like playing either of them. But Beastmen are a bit like Lizardmen as well. I kind of get into them, and actually I probably like Beastmen more, because I got into Beastmen when I was really young. There's a White Dwarf magazine that I read like in like 1992 or something about Beastmen warbands and stuff that I thought was really awesome. It kind of fired up my little teenager imagination. So yeah, there's definitely a place in my heart for Beastmen warbands and Minotaurs and stuff.
They will know
But
Calador's
yeah,
name.
same as with Chaos. I just don't enjoy the gameplay. Don't like horde gameplay.
Moving out. Champion
And
of the Ever Queen.
yeah, and just they're not
Into
very fun to play.
position.
Easy, prey. I'll win. I always do.
But Beastmen are probably going to get a DLC very soon. Like in the next... I don't know, how soon do you reckon the DLC will be? It'll be... I don't know, probably be in the next 2 or 3 months, do you think? Like, or around 3 months from now, maybe? So I'm really I'm kind of looking forward to it, I'm kind of not looking forward to it. I'm kind of looking forward to it in the sense that, yeah, as I said, I do kind of like the Beastmen from a lore perspective. You know, in terms of like the player fantasy of like playing the Beastmen and being like the savage raiders and all that, it's kind of appealing. And having like your own kind of like brutish society, savage society and stuff, you know, with your own like monstrous heroes and everything. I can kind of get into all that kind of stuff, but they're just not fun to play. So, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to the Beastmen update if that's what the next one that's going to come. I don't think it's actually been confirmed yet. I think everybody's just
Tyrion.
saying it's confirmed because they just can't deal with it not being Beastmen yet. But I don't think there's anything. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Like, is there anything indicating, like, from CA or... Yeah, is there anything indicating that it actually will be Beastmen? Or is it just that everybody agrees that it should be Beastmen and therefore... You know what I mean? Like, I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like, I was watching, I think it was Milk and Cookies Total War Indie Pro video. And he's basically saying, acting as if it's confirmed. But, like... The reasons he gave is because, like, they really deserve it, you know? And because everyone else has got one except them, and because the Wood Elves just got one and they're similar to the Wood Elves and blah, blah. But, like, there was actually no... Like, he didn't cite any evidence that it was actually going to be the Wood Elves, you know? I mean, it was actually going to be the Beastmen. So, just, like, wondering, like, is everybody up for, like, a massive disappointment? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is everybody... They're just assuming it's going to be the Beastmen and then it isn't? And then everyone just gets really fucked off? So, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so I'm really, oh shit, missed out on membership. Well, Norrison, welcome. Welcome to the patron of the sciences. You're going to have to say something about this. Did you say something in chat? So I was just crapping on. Anyway, long story short, I'm looking forward to it because I think the Beastmen have sucked for so long and I've just never wanted to play them because it was just, I tried it and it was shit and I just never did it again. And I'm really looking forward to that getting fixed. But on the other hand, I'm not really looking forward to it because I don't think it's going to necessarily get fixed, you know? I think they're going to do an update. They're probably still going to be a Horde faction, and Horde factions just suck. No matter what you do, they're still going to suck. They tried to make Nakai like a special Horde faction, and it's just still not interested, you know? So, you know, I'm kind of excited, but on the other hand, I kind of think whatever they do, it's just not going to be enough. Like, it's not going to make them good enough. But I don't know. I mean, maybe if they make them a sort of semi-Horde faction like the Vampire Pirates or something like that, that could work. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Norrison, welcome to being a patron of the sciences. So if you've got a membership thing for this channel where you can pay like $5 a month and you get to be like a permanent member, and your name comes up in green and in the chat like Evil Monkey, and you get special emojis that you can type. Yeah, if you're still in chat, Norrison, like yeah, check us up some emojis. If you go down underneath the chat thing, next to the super chat button, there's like an emoji button. If you click on that, it'll show you custom emojis, and you'll see all the new custom emojis that you can do now. What do you call it? But yeah, and also I was just I'll just plug the thing, the membership thing here. But yeah, basically every so often with the memberships, you get like a new tier, and basically we had 13 members. The next tier is at 15 members, and when you get there, you get to unlock a new custom emoji that we can design. So we're going to design a new custom emoji next time we get a new member. Because now we only need one more. and the 5 people that joined after 10 get to kind of decide what that emoji is going to be. So Norrison, you're on the council of the emoji deciding now, and along with Lucius the Eternal. Excuse me. I'll just do a quick plug to all of our new members, or not new but newer members. So Norrison, Evil Monkey, Crucial End, and GG Celtic. They're the last 4 people that joined, and the next person that joins is going to get us to 15, and then we'll get a new custom emoji, and you guys will get to kind of choose what it is. So yeah, it's everyone else can make suggestions and stuff, but I'll probably, those 4 guys or 5, I'll probably like take their votes a bit more serious. Wait, you can become a member? I'm so confused. Yes, Aiden, if you want to become a member, there's a button. I think it's somewhere. I don't know where it is. I think it's near the subscribe button. I think there's a button that says join, and yeah, you can join that, and then you get to be a member, and you get to have a coloured name and use special emojis and be all cool. Evil Monkey's the 12th. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to be like a scumbag about it or anything. Totally, no pressure for anyone to join or anything. But if you do, then you'll be the 15th person, and you'll get to vote on the next emoji. And yeah, Norrison, say hi if you want. And also, Norrison, I was going to say, if you want to join our Discord, there's a link in the description below. If you join the Discord, you also get a role in the Discord, a supporter role. So your name will come up in green in the Discord as well. So everyone will be able to tell that you're a member. Maybe it's because you're not subscribed, Sadism. I think you have to be subscribed first before you can get the membership button. Yeah, I think you have to subscribe first and then you can join. So yeah, since you're a dick and you haven't even subscribed to my channel, even though you've been following us for months now, that's why you don't have it. Nah, maybe. Just joking. Thanks for all the new people that have subscribed, by the way. I think, we're just getting like so many new people been subscribing. I think even... Oh, actually... I can't remember what it was when I first logged on. I think it was... I don't know. I think a few new people have subscribed even just while we've been playing, like just the last hour or so. So yeah, that's really cool. Welcome to the chat, guys, and welcome to the club. Of course I'm subscribed. Yeah, I know. I was just giving you shit, so that's cool. But yeah. Anyway, so next time we get a new member, we're going to need to design a new emoji. So everyone needs to put their thinking caps on. Well,
Anar.
we've already got a few emojis that we haven't. So if you scroll back up to the ones that Evil Monkey put up. So even just with the Chaos Gods, we've got Khorne and Slanesh, but we don't have Nurgle and Zinch. So a couple of the guys have already designed Nurgle and Zinch emojis that are on the Discord. The guys that have got the Quartermaster status, if Norrison jumps in the Discord, if you could give him his supporter role, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, just yell out, just type something like @MercytheMad in the Discord if you want Norrison, and I'll supporter you up, add your special role. No, don't be pressuring people to join as member or even no, it's totally fine. Like, no pressure to join or anything. I'm just doing this as a. This is not my job. I've got a job that I have to go to actually in like 3.5 hours. But it was 4:01. Yeah. I think that sounds about right actually. Yeah, maybe another 10. Oh no, I don't think we got 100 people and like that. I think it was already 4.2 or 4.22 or 4.21 or something. I don't know. I think maybe like 10 or 15 people might have joined. Not too sure. We've got the 8-pointed. They've got the 8-pointed star. It's just very small, so it's hard to see. But it's this one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to redesign that one. It's pretty cool, but it's just a little bit too small. Maybe it'd be better to just make it bigger or something. No pressure, sadism. Like, honestly, you don't need to join up if you don't want to. But yeah, you're welcome. The more the merrier.
The Shadowlands.
But yeah, all I was gonna say is, guys, I don't do this for a living. This is a hobby for me. I mean, it'd be, maybe it'd be cool if I could do it as a living one day. Certainly would like to grow the channel bigger, but I'm not like, I'm not on the breadline or anything. don't need to, you know, don't need to. My kids aren't gonna. My kids I don't have are not gonna starve if you don't join up or anything.
Defender of Ulthuan.
But yeah, but I love it though. I love it when people join up, and I love it when, you know, super chats and all that stuff. It's like pretty cool, but it's not like, yeah, it's totally unnecessary. But not saying like, you know, hey, I like money as much as the next guy, but yeah, no, it's not necessary.
Handmaiden of the Ever
Do
Queen.
I actually need to do anything here? I kind of want to fight another battle. I was kind of enjoying that, especially like these passive battles where I just don't do anything. I just watch and it like plays out. I like battles where like you can win without trying.
Wending my way.
Oh shit! I just moved this guy out of. Oh man, I just fucked that right up. You got to sit in the region for 5 turns. So I think I just fucked it up. I think he'd been sitting in there for like 3 or 4 turns, and I just moved him out of the region. So I think that might reset it. So that was a bit of a fuck up.
We are ill at ease.
Sadism, welcome, my man. Welcome to the team. Yeah, no, thanks. Like, even though I said all that stuff about how you didn't have to do it, I'm really happy that you did. I just love seeing the coloured names and like the pimp hats. Check out that cool pimp hat. Oh yeah. So yeah, originally we had a lab coat as the like the symbol, but then I realized that the patrons of the sciences are not the ones that get their hands dirty with lab coats. The patrons of the sciences are the pimp daddy Doge of Venice motherfuckers that just throw gold doubloons and shit at the scientists. So yeah, so that's how that works. Sadism. All right, you get promoted to patron of the sciences. There you go. So yeah, so your name, even though still got your science badge, you can click on yourself to see your science badge, but you'll come up as green now because you're a patron. Now that you're a patron, you're a dilettante. You don't actually do science anymore. You just throw gold coins at other people to do the science for you. I can do it through my phone. Oh, okay, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think I can do it on my phone as well. Because I think I've got another account that keeps trying to tell me to join. I'm like, fuck off, I'm not joining that dude. Lols. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. Thanks a lot. I was kind of hoping that we would get like to 15 so we could get the extra emoji. I don't know, it doesn't really mean anything, but it's just, I don't know, just cool. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate the support, and yeah, and now we got another emoji. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go for
I await your orders.
I shouldn't have got it there. Actually, should have got it somewhere else. Are we gonna go for Zeech or Nurgle, or are we gonna go something completely new? So you guys, Sadism and Norrison, you guys get a vote, and also those other guys that I mentioned. Excuse me. Those are the guys that I mentioned earlier. The guys that have joined since we got to 10. Yeah, kind of. I think between you guys should all like kind of vote. Maybe I'll put up a poll. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I'll put up a poll for just the patrons of the sciences only. Maybe I should put a poll for both patrons of the sciences only and one for everybody as well. Because I guess everybody... Oh, no, I'll do the poll. The everybody poll, I'll make it something to do with 1 to 3 probably. I'll just do a poll for just the patrons of the sciences. And then we'll leave it a day or so just to let other people join in. I won't like leave it for ages. We'll get the new one in soon.
Upon the way.
Yeah, normally I'll just do it straight away, but Evil Monkey Nuts. Is there anyone who's got the quartermaster? Anyone who's got the quartermaster that's on? Have we got any mods on? No, actually I don't think we have any mods on. We've got Nicholas, but he's not really a mod. He's an honorary mod. And Mary Hill's like a lazy mod that doesn't have to do anything. Hey, actually, is grandfather Nurgle on? No, he left. Is Dal there? Are you still there, Dal? Lazy. No, sorry, Meryl. I didn't mean to say lazy. I just meant that we don't require you to do it. You're too valuable in the sciences, so we don't make you do like, you know, moderator shit work. I'll do it myself. It's fine. Yeah, Merrill's an honorary moderator. He's really a scientist, but we just give him the moderator hat for, you know, as an additional honor. But he doesn't have to do any actual moderating. Actually, none of the moderators do any moderating really, but that's fine. I'll just carry you all on my back. No. Where am I trying to find you? Are you logged in? Can you just at me? If you want me to do it easily, if you just write a message in Discord at MercytheMad, then it'll just pop up for me straight away, and I can just right click on you and do it. Otherwise, I have to like scroll through like 200 people to try to find you and shit.
High Lawmaster.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that during the stream because everybody else is just like, oh, what's he doing? He's just fucking scrolling through shit and I can't see anything. It's kind of boring. But I definitely want to give you that role, Evil Monkey. So if you want to go into Discord and just write a message at MercytheMad, and then I can instantly give it to you. Oh, we've got a rebellion happening here.
Prince.
Alarielle the Radiant.
Lowest fury.
I feel like as soon as I come back to try and stop to fight the rebellion, though, we're gonna the rebellion probably won't even happen. Where's the border?
A glorious victory.
Are we in it? Oh, we're in it already.
Make haste, Asor! Triumph lies this way.
Yeah, that'll do.
Warden of Safari, leading the way.
Mage of Ulfwan. You called? The winds are
Excuse me.
rising.
The Asa are troubled.
So you've got to keep farming these until we get more resistant handmaidens. Yeah, we haven't got any resistant handmaidens yet. But it's still early days. Yeah, so who are we going to invade? I feel like we need to invade somewhere or like take over a base, like a, you know. I guess Britonia would be pretty good. I kind of don't want to wipe out the Dark Elves too early because I kind of like them sending invasion forces down from the north. It's a bit of a weird campaign, this one, because normally you'd want to like take them out as early as possible so that, you know, you get rid of that threat. But I don't really care about threats because I'm supremely confident in my high elven superiority over all other races. So I'm just going to like make my donut into the richest, most beautiful land, you know, and then I'm just going to let the rest of the shitty scum world that's outside of our borders just fight their disgusting little shitty wars while we just stay in here being all beautiful and rich and amazing. You know, that's like kind of my plan. But yeah, but maybe we should just like raid Britonia's coast, you know, just get into some fights with these guys. We can actually get some cool traits if we... Hey, what happened to my... Oh, right, if you do the vampires, you don't... Yeah. So we've already maxed out like every single thing here, so we can't upgrade anything. So yeah, we've got these things just stacking up here. But that's cool. But yeah, we can go over here and capture these guys, and then that'll get physical resistance to all of our guys, which is pretty awesome. Did you write me a message? Oh, there we go. Even monkey nuts. Good. No, you got to do it in my channel, Even Monkey. So you got to not direct message. You got to go into the Mad Discord channel and post the message there at MercytheMad. So not like start a direct message with me, but just go at MercytheMad, just in any of the channels. Yeah, I can't click on you in here and do it. There we go, found you. And there is your badge. welcome to the patrons of the sciences again. Even though you were already a patron, but now you're a full recognized member, and you're show up in green on the chat. Yeah, sorry it took so long to get that organized. Did we find if Norrison's registered? I don't know. Maybe Norrison left. Maybe he just like joined up and then just fucked off. Oh well. We love you, Norrison. Thank you for joining. If you ever want to get your green name on the Discord, just let me know. Just write at MercytheMad somewhere in the chat, and then I'll see you, and then I can come and give you your role. Oh yeah, I already did it. Thanks, Funky Nuts. But yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Just go into general, just write at MercytheMad, give me my badge, mofo, and then I'll be able to find you really easily. Yeah. But yeah, no, you've got your role now, Even Monkey. And thanks heaps for joining and supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Too much elven excitement, indeed. Alright, did I miss any other chat there? I think we're good. Jamie Dodo says, MercytheMad actually fighting battles? What is this channel becoming? Yeah, I know, we need to get some more action going. I'm loving like just farming all these sea treasures though. That's pretty fun. I mean, it's not that much fun, but it's like kind of fun. What's going on here? Is this Krace? I'm hoping that Krace would take that kind of... I don't know, I really want to get the Sword of Cain on... really want to get the Sword of Cain on Alistair. Actually, that's a good call. Let's send... Is the Sword of Cain actually there? Like, where is the Sword of Cain? It says that he's actually there. I kind of feel like... Nagarath, because Nagarath sent 2 armies to take out Rathi. I'm kind of thinking Nagarath's going to take it. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this Spiffing Brit thing really worked, hey? We've got like 30 viewers. Maybe it's just because this campaign's a bit boring and like no one really cares about elves. But yeah, I was hoping we were going to get like a heaps of extra people come and watch the channel today because of the Spiffing Brit video. But yeah, didn't really work. But that's okay. I think 99% of people watch videos on YouTube from suggested. So whatever comes up in the tab, you know, they're like, oh yeah, I'll just click on that. Yeah, or they're just searching with the search function. So maybe it doesn't really matter if people give you shout outs and stuff, like a lot of the time. I think one time Legend of Total War did one, but for me that was like really worked heaps because he like gave me a shout out and he actually pinned a comment with a link to my video in his actual live stream, and they kept referencing it over and over again, and he streamed for like 8 hours, and I ended up getting like, I don't know, hundreds, like probably like 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers from that, because there was like 5,000 people watching Legend stream, you know, so it was just such a great thing. Whereas like Spiffing Brit, like even though he like mentioned me in the video and he linked my stream and he linked my channel in his comments, like, yeah, I don't know. I was wondering. I thought maybe that would get a lot of people coming here, but it doesn't seem like it did. But that's alright. We'll just carry on making videos and stuff. That seems to get people to come.
Via land. Make way.
But it's still pretty cool. Like, even if we don't get like a lot of new subscribers out of it, it's still pretty cool. Like having Spiffing Brit make a video about some stuff that we did on this channel. So I think it's pretty cool anyway. Yeah, thanks a lot for reminding me, Evil Monkey. Sorry, man, we just forgot about it, I guess. But yeah, welcome back. Poll for the stripper god, lazy. Yeah, sorry. Hi, Messi and Warhammer folk. How are you? Hey, Boandel. We're all good, I think. Yeah, Merrihill's being lazy. Nicholas is starting fights with people in the chat. Everything's going well. Just normal. I mean, we're just prospering. Exactly, we're prospering. Bowendel's great. Excellent. Sorry, Mercy, I would have badged him if I didn't have classes. Ah, that's right, Noggle. You know, excuses are like assholes, everybody's got one. No, just joking. No worries, man. You concentrate on your class. Why are you even fucking reading the chat? You're supposed to be in school.
Alarielle,
get an education, son. Fuck. It's the elves, no one likes those pointy-eared mofos. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So yeah, maybe it was a mistake. Like, I don't know. I get, you know, it was a swing and a miss. You know, I took a shot. I thought maybe because of the Spiffing Brit video, it would be a good time to do a video that kind of covered that same stuff. But yeah, I guess I was wrong. Alright, we'll get another battle. It looks like a challenging one. Could go either way. Better not auto-resolve this, otherwise, you know, could be bad. So, you know,
no contest at all.
it's gonna have. I'm gonna need to use all of my skills in this battle. Grandfather, so even the dirtiest of folk have been plagued with this school, indeed. Two dislikes, hose mad. Have we got 2 dislikes now? Normally there's one person that always dislikes every stream. But so I think Alarielle is disliking the stream because he's like, fucking elves again, you suck, Mercy. And they're like, yep, got it. Thanks Alarielle, appreciate it. Nicholas has disliked the stream obviously because he just disapproves of everything I do anyway. And yeah, I think that about covers it. Nah. Actually, that's a good call. If whoever it is that dislikes the stream all the time. No, I don't. No, actually, no, don't worry about it. I was gonna say you could like come into chat and tell us what the problem is, but then other people might like give a shit and stuff. So don't worry about it.
Behold, the
But yeah, it's funny because like when people like what you're doing, they quite often comment on there, and occasionally you'll get somebody that comes and comments and says, "Oh, you suck," or whatever. But or actually no, not really. You don't really get "you suck." Occasionally you get like somebody say this video sucked because you took too long to get to the point, or you clickbaited me because I thought it was going to be about, you know, Isabella getting to level 40, but it was Vlad getting to level 40 or something like that, you know. And so they'll give me some useful feedback, which I always am really grateful for. Even if they're kind of pretty rude about the way they say it, like at least they give you that feedback and you know how to improve and make it better for that person. Which is not necessarily that you're going to necessarily do it, but like, you know, because it might not be best for everybody, it might just be that person's opinion or whatever. But like, you know, you get that feedback, whereas people who dislike it don't usually engage with it. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch a video and it's shit, you don't usually bother to like, you know, write a comment or anything. You just be like, yeah, that video is shit. I'm not going to watch that guy again. And you don't really think about it anymore. Whereas, so it's actually quite rare to find where someone will actually like not like have a problem with the content and actually take the time to give you the feedback about it. But yeah, bad luck for those marauders. So yeah, it's actually nice when people actually comment, yeah, about it. What about what the problem is, you know. But yeah, and unfortunately they don't seem to do that usually anyway.
For duty!
Witness me! Fury of the Forge God! Calador's fury! Blessed by all! The glory of Imrik! Never fail!
So Dragon just taking these marauders to task. These marauders actually armor piercing, so they can actually hurt this dragon. They don't have very high melee skills though, so I buffed them and I debuffed these guys with Imrik's special ability, so it shouldn't take too much damage, but still the dragon is getting hurt a little bit. This is not really necessary for him to take damage in this fight.
Archers!
Not at all. But it was just a little fun. Again, we don't really need to. There's no really need to capture this guy, but might as well just for shits and giggles.
Dragon's rage!
Imrik can just heal himself, so he doesn't care about damage.
The light of Calador!
Yeah, you got this also this view. Maybe you guys don't use it very often. You put in camera view, and it follows a character, so you can just kind of chase Imrik around while he like hunts down the enemy lord. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Master of battle.
That guy just screamed while he
I
got
will
like,
claim
fucked
it
up.
for all Calador.
Let's see if Imrik gets him eventually. What does he keep? Oh, the dragon's like blocking him maybe. It's Imrik and his buddy and his pet dragon. It's pretty sweet. I was under the impression we were all here to see you play. No one who clicks a high elf stream and complains about high elves, they're gonna hate. Oh, well, no, maybe people like checked my stream to see what I was playing and they were like, fucking high elves again, so they disliked it and then they just left. I'm not too sure. I'm curious to see how Nurgle style play will be implemented on the world map. So the developers who want to stick to the lore. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in everything about Warhammer 3 for sure. It's really hard to speculate about things because you just don't know, you know. But like, if you look at Lord Scrog's plague things and also the Skaven plague stuff, where they have special heroes that can put plagues down, I think, and they have and Scrog has the plague sort of spreading around and everything. Nurgle's Chaos faction has a plague they can start as well. So you know, I mean, I guess the assumption is there'll be some sort of combination or enhanced version of those mechanics that are already in the game. But I'd really like to them to do something different with it, you know, like really expand it and make it wildly different. And I kind of think they will.
Kill them. I cannot.
I think that there's just kind of heaps of crazy stuff. Yeah, okay, so this just in. RB says, Legend just found a way to do Wind of Death without any cost. So yeah, Legend of Total War has got a stream going right now, guys. I'll just pop a link up to it now. So yeah, so if you want to check that out, this is a link to Legend's stream. He's playing High Elves as well. He's playing as Tyrion? No, he's not playing as Tyrion. He's playing as vampires. Tyrion, what? He's playing as vampire counts. What's going on there? Maybe he... I don't know. Maybe he just switched out just to play vampires. Just to show off a particular exploit. But anyway, if you're interested in that exploit, go check out Legend of Total War stream. Also, if you haven't, Legends are really big supporter of my channel. Like, he's helped me out so much with like hosts and raids and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm not stopping, guys. I'm just apparently Legends just found some really cool new cheese where you can cast Wind of Death without any cost. So unfortunately, I can't start watching his stream now because I've got my own stream to keep doing. But if you want to, if you guys want to go check it out, go with my blessing. Legend is, yeah, Legend, as I said, has you know, been a huge help to me and huge supporter of my channel. So, you know, if so, no hard feelings if you want to go watch Legends by any means. So yeah, go check out this exploit. Come back and tell me all about it. Unfortunately, I can't go and watch it myself because I got to keep streaming. But yeah, unfortunately, that's a problem anyway. Like, I used to watch Legend like all day, you know, every day. Well, not all day every day, but I used to literally watch Legend streams like every day. But now I can't watch them ever. I don't have time to watch his streams anymore. So it's kind of like yeah, I rely on you guys to like tell me what's going on in Legend world.
Not by my hand, with purpose.
Noble son of Ulthuan, you have my attention.
Oh yeah, that's what we get to do as well.
Futile.
Why the fuck can't I?
To war!
Okay.
Tyrion, heir of Anarion. For my queen!
Bring me battle!
He even referenced some lazy person's chart earlier in his stream too. What's a lazy person's chart? I don't know what that means. So often, like people who go into a sushi place and write a bad review about how they couldn't get the cheeseburger they wanted. Well, yeah. So go find out about this Wind of Death thing, guys. And if you haven't already subscribed to Legend of Total War's channel, if by any means, if somehow we find someone who's not a Legend of Total War subscriber, then subscribe to Legend of Total War and let me know, because you'll get a special badge on my Discord channel, the Snowflake badge, that's specifically for people that join Legend of Total Wars. Oh, we got Minaether. Oh yeah. So next battle, we can have Imrik on a dragon with his other dragon as his friend. He's like double dragon. It's pretty cool. Maybe we should even fight the battle. It'd be pretty messy, but it could be kind of fun.
Ulf won. To victory.
Let's fight another battle. I'm really like just enjoying the battles, like just showcasing them off, even though they're super easy. At MercytheMad, Legend came to our Discord to show Meryl's chart on chaos spawning times. Oh really? Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, like as I said, Meryl's like one of our top scientists in the community, and you know, he's like showing off cool stuff, yeah, that's awesome, man. Oh, that's really cool. Well, that's even more reason to go and check out LiveStream. So yeah, I'm like, as I said, Legend's been a huge supporter of this channel. I'm a huge supporter of Legend. I've been a fan of Legend for years. I'm actually a member. We were talking about memberships before, and we had a couple of new guys. Sadism and Norrison just joined as members of the MercytheMad channel. I'm actually a member of a channel as well. I'm a member of Legends channel. I'm a fully paid up member on Legends channel. He recently made me a moderator on his channel as well, of course, but it's just like an honorary streamer moderator, not a real moderator, but you know, still, it's pretty cool. But yeah, Meryl's amazing. Yeah, he does a lot of cool shit. Check out if you're joining our Discord. If you go onto if you go on our Discord, there's a channel called Warhammer 2 Resources, and it contains a whole bunch of different guides and stuff that some of the moderators have chucked up in there, there's and anyway, yeah, and Meryl's put a few like really cool tables on there about magic item find chance, chaos spawnings, I think a couple other things. Thingamabob's put some stuff up there. Thingamabob's another one of our top scientists. Andrew Tobias has put up some stuff about like slave, Dark Elf slave income mechanics. So yeah, there's just like heaps of cool shit on there if you're interested in that kind of stuff, like data, you know, about the game. And yeah, it's really cool that Legends like kind of recognize that as well. And the fact that he actually uses some of the resources on our little channel. How cool is that? So yeah, congratulations, Meryl, and congratulations to everybody who's contributed to that stuff. It's, I don't know. I'm pretty proud of the community that we've kind of growing here. It's really cool. Yeah, and you know, and it's great to be part of the larger Total War community as well. Like, there's a lot of cool people in the Total War community, like a lot of cool creators, a lot of cool dudes. What do you call it? Viewers, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. What do you guys that people who aren't YouTubers? I don't know.
As you say.
Maybe we should just whatever.
Understood. Without fail.
We should maybe like try to take out some of these towers. I don't want to just roam around with my dragons and like burn shit. Let's do that. You can just knock the door down. Knock that door down. Oh, you got another one. Alright, so we're gonna do like a infantry white lion assault. So this is Alistair. So this is another project we're working on. This White Lion meme stack. So white lions are famously bad in Warhammer. They're not. I mean, they're not that bad, but they're like, look how awesome they look. But just for their price point and their availability, you don't get them until like tier 3 or 2. And then soon after that, you get like better infantry. So it's just kind of like they're just a bit, you know, they're better now because you get them in the same building that gets Sisters of Avalon and Handmaidens. But they're not really. They're still not really like that good. You know? Where's Imrik doing? Is he just eating? Oh right, he's just. Let's get some dragon breath happening. Imrik, get out of there. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to try and make a white lion meme stack where we make white lions but make them actually powerful somehow. Yeah, these white lions, these dragons cause terror. Plus the damage that they've taken, everything, like you can see they're wavering already. As soon as this guy pops in, that'll break them. There you go. All these guys are broken. You can break these guys as well.
To battle!
Done. He can heal himself, which is pretty cool. We don't even have a healing mage in here yet, but should get a life mage in here for the dragons at some point. But yeah, that's really cool that that he referenced that what do you call that thing? They referenced that table. Like, yeah, that's really cool. Basically, Meryl is a wizard that works way too hard. Same as thinking about the rest of us pretending we're super serial scientists too. Yeah. I mean, there's different types of guys, I guess. You know, like Meryl. I don't know if Meryl plays a lot of Total War. I get the feeling that he doesn't play as much as some of the other guys. But he's. I think he actually does some sort of technology job, so you feel a bit more comfortable with like extracting code from the game and that kind of thing. And digging around in files and shit like that, you know, and that stuff's really cool, you know. And Thingamabob, yeah, Thingamabob is like, I don't know, yeah, everyone's got their own things going on, I guess. But yeah. Even Mikey, Tom posts his self-promotion. Oh yeah, so on the Discord channel, we've got a channel called Self-Promotion. So a lot of guys in my community, like the people that follow this channel and that are active on the Discord now, a lot of them have their own YouTube channels as well. So yeah, if you want to like check out other channels, there's a thing called Self-Promotion channel. There's some bigger YouTubers in there as well, like Linksy. I'm not sure if any other ones, but yeah, but a lot of new guys that are sort of just starting out and stuff. So if you want to support like a smaller channel or whatever, you know, there's stuff in there.
Search this place. To the victor, the spoils.
American Venom says, I play Warhammer 2 almost every day, but I'm no scientist.
Beware of
I don't know, I reckon you probably got a little bit of scientist in you somewhere.
Very well.
I think most people that watch this channel probably have a little bit of that in them, you know, like you play the game and you notice something or other and you're like, oh, what's going on there? Is there some like weird mechanic there that I wasn't aware of? And then you maybe reload your save and like play it again to see what happens if you do it a bit differently and so on. That's kind of like what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Total War Science. Just, you know, kind of experimenting with different stuff and
I await your command.
Yeah, figuring out stuff about the game, you know.
You have my attention.
But yeah, it's cool because when I first started the channel, it was just me, you know, and I was trying to think of like cool things to make videos about, or like just sharing things that I found over the years, you know, stuff like that. But now it's like there's this whole community of people, and like everyone's got their own ideas and different things that they like to cover and stuff, and yes, it's so different, like this infinite money thing, because normally like that would be kind of a no-brainer. 600 gold per turn, only costs 900, pays for itself in like 2 turns, you know. But we've got infinite money, so we don't give a shit about money. So we just build growth because we want to get the higher hero caps and stuff. So once you get to tier 4, you can build these buildings. Like this one gives you an extra mage, this one gives you an extra noble, this one gives you an extra sisters, handmaiden of Alarielle. So, you know, that's kind of what we're going for. That's like the main reason why we want more settlements, is just so we can have more heroes. That's it. We don't care about the money anymore. So yeah, it's quite interesting in that way. And like for this one, we could go for this, gives more influence, which is pretty good at this point. Or we could go for Does any of these give you... Is it... I thought there was something that gave you more garrison. Maybe there isn't. I feel like this should give you garrison, the city tunnels thing. Because, like, this is minus 50% public order due to lack of corruption. I mean, I guess that is pretty good. I just never really care about public order that much. But yeah, actually, that's a good call. Maybe I should... No, I won't make a poll about it, but maybe I'll just ask you guys right now. Like, does anyone here ever build this building, city tunnels? Like, does anyone ever build that? Or if you do, like, how often do you build it? Like, if you build it like every once in a while, like extremely rarely, like often, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I think I've never ever built it even once. Like, you know what I mean? Like, never. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if anyone has ever built this building. I can understand it could be useful, especially if you're trying to like advance fast, like Blitzkrieg, take a lot of territory, and you don't want shit rebelling behind you. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't mean just as high elves. I mean with any faction. Has anyone ever built like the anti-Scaven building, like with any faction? Even Monkey says in Lustria, yes. Only on the Vampire Castle settlement. Okay. Oh, does one of them give you... you can see the description on the left-hand side there, Blackout. Gives you minus 50% penalty due to presence or lack of corruption, +1 untainted, and discoverability of Scaven Undercities +40. Does it make public order hold with the 50% corruption? Yeah, it gives you minus 50% penalty due to presence or lack of corruption. So it could be particularly powerful for vampires because they get a big public order penalty for not having enough corruption. But even with vampires, I probably wouldn't build it. I wonder if it'd be better to get more growth in there just to get to tier 5 quicker. Yeah, maybe. We don't really need the influence, I guess.
Order must be maintained.
We are ill at ease.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Onward!
There is no
Oh, here we go.
limit to my power.
Alright, so Lothern's leveled up
Protector
now.
of the Everqueen.
So we got to put these extra handmaidens in Safari to start getting more chance to get those extra things, or we can put them in like one of these places to get extra growth. Kind of keen on the growth side of things.
Handmaiden of Alarielle. Ilvois. On the march.
Yeah, we'll probably
A steady hand and heart.
We'll give this we'll pump this growth up, you know, for a bit.
Champion of the Everqueen.
157, yeah, they're only low level, unfortunately. Maybe we should like level some up and then do it.
Speak your mind.
Oh, this guy can come home, actually. Yeah, actually, yeah. We'll put him in here. We'll pump him up. We'll get him back up to like 40 turns or something. And then we'll bring him home. That's a good call. Actually, he could probably come home now, actually. Because he's already got a fair few levels. Yeah, so we'll pump up all our nobles, get them like 40 turns up, and then come and sit them back here so they can farm traits. Farm and ancillary, sorry. Genius. Genius.
By Anar's bidding.
Yes, these guys are... Oh no, they're not at war with us anymore. We made friends with them. Could potentially... use some of this influence to start manipulating factions into going to war with each other and stuff. Pretty cool.
Mage of Ulthuan.
We haven't managed to secure any of this trade. We haven't like passed hardly enough turns. That disciple trait's kind of cool, but
Born to lead.
okay, this guy needs to go over here, level up a little bit on this gate, and then he can come back once he's
Son of Ulthuan. Guide me. I await your command.
yeah. So once all these got like +6 influence per turn for like 30 turns, then we'll send them back over to sit in Safari.
Glory to the king.
The winds are rising. The winds guide me.
Warden of Safari. You seek illumination.
Prince Eltharion.
Alright, Altharion's getting pretty fucked up now, so we better bring him back ashore. Oh, why aren't we getting any?
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
Yeah. The shitty territory doesn't have any growth buildings or anything.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
My infinite knowledge is yours.
Alright, there's a couple of
High Lawmaster
sea treasures
poet.
that he can get here.
Marching. Very well. By the gods.
The sea treasures are good because they give you more items. Yeah, I might change my mind about this. I might bring him back.
Setting the pace. I will continue soon.
Sorry, but I was not paying attention to the chat. So did I just hit shitloads of chat? Meryl just said, thanks Woody, although you guys are always doing up neat stuff and actually monitoring the community. Yeah, see, Meryl's too lazy to do any moderating. Lazy Meryl. Nah, Meryl does heaps of cool stuff, but yeah. But yeah, none of the moderators, you're not required to do any moderating. All I ask is that if you do any moderating, then that you take it seriously and like act like a moderator, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to moderate, then that's cool. You can just have your moderator badge as your honorary recognition of your, you know, service to the channel and all that kind of good stuff. But if you are going to moderate, like if you're going to time people out and, or like, you know, maybe like suggest somebody might change their behavior a little bit if they've been a bit of a dick or whatever, then that's awesome if you're willing to do that stuff. It's really, I think it can be really helpful. But, you know, just take it seriously, you know, if you're going to do that. Don't be like, be a dick to people just because you've got moderator powers or whatever. But not that any of you guys do that, but yeah, just saying. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly catch up with any messages directly to me. American Vinium, that reminds me, I need you to test some cheese a viewer was talking about in chat the other day. You'll have to do a battle as Eltharion. Oh, right, something I can test right now. Alright, we'll do that then. You might have to explain what it is though, otherwise I won't obviously know what it is or do it. Only really good as a temporary ability to cut vampire scam corruption. Yeah, but even still, like I just find it's easier just to like have an army there and fight the rebellions, you know, whatever. Built in a rare instance, I've built one of every other minor settlement building, when Skaven or being a nuisance, and I don't have time to wipe them out. Yeah, I can sort of imagine you doing that to stabilize public order if you really need to, but yeah. MercytheMad, you read it wrong. That's the reason I build it in the Vamp settlement. You have 50% corruption there. Okay. Embassy is net profit gain over Elven trinkets if you have one port in the region. Yeah. I think yeah, embassies. I think elven trinkets I've kind of come to realize are not that good, not as good as they seem to be, because the trade part doesn't matter. Like you end up with so many trinkets that you can't trade them all anyway. So if we look at our trinkets, like if we look at our trade, we got like elven trinkets exporting 100%. Oh, all right, well. That was a bad example. I guess I've gone out of my way to like not build any elven trinkets in this one because I don't need the money. But normally you would have like shitloads of these, you know, and you probably wouldn't be trading them that much. You know, and you don't get that much. They're only worth like 5 each or something. You don't get very much money from them anyway. Compared to what's something like this, you know, like 1,600. Oh, actually, that's not that much. No, actually, what is worth anything? I don't know. What was I going to say? Oh, anyway, fuck it, whatever. I was going to say, like, the base income's not that much and blah, blah. So, like, yeah, I mean, I think I've recently just thought elven trinkets aren't as good as I thought they were. But, having said that, if you're playing not Eltharion, like, if you're stacking entrepreneurs, you want, like, as much base income as you can, and you don't want stuff that gives you percent increase, because percent increase like might increase. So if you got a port that's worth 500 and you get plus 50% port income, then you get 750. Like that's great, you know. But like entrepreneurs increase everything by 1%, so the percent only works on the base 500. It doesn't work on the 750. So you know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't know. It's too hard. I can't think properly to explain. But base income, you want base income. If you're going to do entrepreneur spam, you want more base income. So I think if you're entrepreneur spam, then the money aspect of the embassy is not as big of a deal. But you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about that wrong. But that's sort of how I think it is. But yeah, if you have like multiple regions in a province that have ports, then the embassy can give you like more money for that particular area. But yeah. If you're doing entrepreneur spam, you want more base income, not percent increases, because the percent increase is going to be through the roof anyway with all of your entrepreneurs. It's the base income that you need to get higher. And with Eltharion, you got infinite money anyway, so who gives a shit, basically. So the reason I'm building embassies everywhere is because you get +1 influence. So I don't care about the money, I just want that +1 influence per turn, which is probably not even that important, really, but, you know, it's pretty cool. But MercytheMad, use the Helm of Yvresse at the end of very end of every battle. Supposedly you can heal the units used on if you end the battle while it's active. Oh yeah, somebody else told me about that last or a couple of streams ago. I haven't tried it out yet though. But yeah, good call. We should try and see if we can work that out. Try that out. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work because it's well, the way it's intended to work. Just say you've got like 100 guys, right? And you cast Helm of Yvresse on it, and they're taking huge damage. Then just say you've got 100 guys and they've got like 10,000 HP. You know, if that 100 guys takes 5,000 HP damage, you know, it's possible that every guy in the army will be down to 50% health, but it's much more likely that 30% of the guys will be dead, and then there'll be another like bunch of them that are wounded as well. So, but if you got the Helm of Yvresse on it, they can't die while it's active. So if you had 100 guys, they got 10,000 HP. If they take 10,000 HP damage, they go down to 0 HP, but they're still alive because the helm's keeping them alive. And any entity that's still alive in a multiple entity unit, not single entities, only multiple entity units. Any entity that's still alive in a multiple entity unit gets healed to full at the end of the battle. So if you had a unit with 100 guys and it took 10,000 damage, i.e. wiping out the unit, but they had the Helm of Yvresse on, then they would end the battle with 0 HP, still alive, and then they would come back with full HP as soon as the battle ended, because everyone who's alive gets full HP. So that's just the way that it's meant to work. But if there's like some extra thing, like, you know, you have a unit that's half dead and you cast Helm of Yvresse on it and then they all resurrect afterwards or something, that's like pretty crazy and not how it's meant to work.
Speak your piece.
But yeah, so I'll be interested to test that out and see how it actually works. Whoops, don't want to waste him.
Champion of the Everqueen. Forward. Guided by light. Protector of the Everqueen.
Son of the Phoenix.
Who's the confederate woman? Oh, fuck yeah, no, I don't care. There's it's Morgo, I think, that gives 30% missile resistance. If we could find Morgo, Malagor. Oh shit, so he's confederated Malagor. Malagor, they don't start off in the same faction, do they? Pretty sure they start off separate. So does that mean that Morgo's around here somewhere? It's pretty cool that the Beastmen are like alive again. They probably either been wiped out and then come back again. They kind of just get wiped out all the time. Embassy is bad. Spend if you're an entrepreneur spamming that particular province, but normally you're only entrepreneur. Oh, hey Gregory. Yeah, no, like, so, yeah, so you're kind of right. You're right in a sense, but so like if. What am I trying to say? So yeah, so just say you're entrepreneur spamming Lothar, and you've got another territory like Yvresse is probably a good one. Yvresse has got like 3. I don't know actually what the best. I don't know which one the best one to do it on would be, but just say Yvresse has got 3 ports, so it's like pretty decent, you know. So you're getting like 400 times 3, 1200, and then your embassy. I mean your embassy. Where is it? Your There was one. Your embassy is giving you plus 10% from ports. So you're getting 1200 from all that ports, and then our embassy gives us another 120, right? So, as you were saying, like putting that in Lothan would be a bad idea because we're going to get all the entrepreneurs giving plus 15% to the local region. But as well as that, all the entrepreneurs give 3% increased tax rate to like every other region as well. Oh, actually, but maybe the tax rate does multiply by it. Yeah, maybe you're right, actually. Maybe it is better when you're not doing it in Lothar. Or whatever your entrepreneur... Maybe it is better when you're doing it in not the entrepreneur spam. I'm not sure if those percents are multiplicative or additive with multiplicative or additive with tax increase. Might be multiplicative, in which case it would be... Yeah. Anyway... like at the end of the day, like who cares? You're gonna be fucking rich anyway if you're playing as high elves student. But yeah, you know, if you make like an extra 100 gold here or there, it's all good. But yeah, but I'd say like for me anyway, personally, like it doesn't make that big of a difference strategically. You know, so but I basically build the Elven embassy when I want more influence. That's why I build it, not really for money, you know, generally. And I usually only build it for money if I've already got the Elven trinkets, and then I build the embassy as well. You know, that's like generally how I would do it. But yeah, I rarely build them. I mean, I build them quite often, but I build them for influence. Eltharion science, yes, indeed. Science stream. No, this is not a science stream. This is an endless stream. Not endless stream, but it's an endless campaign. The idea is to find a campaign that you can keep playing. So I feel like that's a problem we have as a community, that we just keep restarting all the time, and especially me, because you just get bored after like the first 60 to 80 turns, you know? So my mission is to find a campaign that doesn't get boring. You know? I mean, arguably, because there's only 30 people watching right now, the rest of everybody in the community is bored by this campaign already. But on the other hand, there's 30 of us that are not bored by it as well. Or maybe you are bored, but you're just hanging out anyway. Alright, so we got some more magic items. This is why I'm mainly farming these sea things, just so we can get more magic items.
The sea. Such destructive beauty.
I don't know if I should take this Shrine of Cain or not. I kind of think I should, because that way it's going to let me get Alistair. Yeah, let's take the Shrine of Cain, yeah. And that way when they finally lose the Sword of Cain from wherever it is now, we can just farm it back there and give it to Alistair.
Everqueen of Althran. Further onward. High Priestess.
So we've got him already up. We need to get Tyrion. Actually, yeah, if we get Tyrion up a bit more,
Alarielle.
then we can do his quest battle, which has got some nice visuals.
Ulfuan Prince, I will see to it. Honor calls. Moving out.
Yeah, I want these white lions to get leveled up as well. Every time they fight one of these battles, then they get like 200 XP or something like that. So it's kind of pretty cool.
Mistress of the Undying Forest.
No mercy
By a string.
But
I
yeah,
am
I mean, it'd be good
ready
to get them
to
maxed
fight.
out. But the really important thing is that we get the resistant handmaidens. That's going to make it really good. We also need to get a limber life mage to chuck some heals on him, keep him going. And who's this? Imrik. Okay, Imrik we're going to give Sentinel because we want him to be a battle lord. So we want the extra 10% physical resistance and plus 8 melee defense. You know, there's an argument for this one because it gives your army more magic power reserve. You know, ambush stance makes his army a bit more effective, maybe stalk, etc. There's this one gives you more campaign. There's I definitely wouldn't go for that, but you know, extra movement speed's kind of cool. The speed thing's kind of cool. I was kind of almost thinking about going for this on Tyrion and taking Melandir and also taking like the Tretch Craven Tail killing trait to make him like super fast horseman. But I don't know, pretty hard to resist the 10% physical resistance.
We are
Hey, Crucial.
triumphant.
Hey, young man. Welcome to the chat. Like the Blackhawks with 0 HP? Yeah, exactly. Like the Blackhawks with 0 HP, exactly. Got 3 streams open at full volume. Mercy, Moloch, and the Fighting Historian. Embrace the chaos. Good work, Grandfather Noggle. I thought you were supposed to be studying. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Crucial. Appreciate you, man. We're basking in the notoriety of being mentioned on a Spiffing Brit stream today. Spiffing Brit video, sorry. Spiffing Brit did a video called High Elf Hedge Fund Simulator or something like that. Investment Simulator, you know, it was basically about the infinite money cheese that Thingamabob discovered that we this campaign's based
Fear
on.
the might of Ulthuan.
It's pretty cool. He actually pretty much covered all the stuff that we did in our video, so that was pretty awesome. And he also gave a shout out to my channel and also Legend of Total War's channel, and also provided links to both of our channels as well. So it was really cool of him. Yeah, really nice of him too. And he contacted me, asked for permission to use it as well, which he didn't need to do. Like as I said to him, like once we publish something, it's like public domain. You know what I mean? Like I don't own. Like just because I'm the first one to make a video about it, maybe or whatever, doesn't mean I own it or whatever. And quite often, like I might have just discovered something that's new to me, but probably somebody else has already done it before. They didn't make a video about it, or they did make a video and I haven't seen it, or whatever. So whatever. Anyway, my point is, yeah, if you discover something and you decide to share it, then you can't really claim ownership over it or anything. There's no like copyright for fucking strats, But anyway, it's still really nice of him to, really polite and really cool of him to ask, and so yeah, it was pretty awesome. Seems like a pretty cool guy. What diff is this campaign? It's just more of the money cheese that Spiff showed everyone. Oh, difficult, legendary, yeah. Raid incoming. Oh, really? From where? Who's raiding us? Raid incoming. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Oh, this is a legend raid? Hey guys, welcome. Here's Eltharion, Lucas, Deus, Darkilla, Imam Fakri, Adrian Laviel. Welcome everyone. Get the sword, Mercy. Yeah, it must be sword time. Legend. Hello, mad person. Hello, Gustav. How you go? Yeah, so we've got a bit of a tradition on the channel because this is a bit of a regular occurrence getting legend raids, happily. So yeah, when we get a legend raid, we get the sword out. This is the sword. It's not actually a sword, it's actually a fetter, which is a HEMA sword-like object training tool that you use when you want to practice your sword skills without, injuring your partner. But anyway, so we've got a bit of a tradition that whenever we get a raid from Legend, we get the sword out and we whap out a few HEMA moves to demonstrate for the crowd. So yes, welcome guys. Stand back and defend my stream against this Legend raid with my my various HEMA guards. We have an Ox guard, a Flug,
bit of a long point. We'll have some cuts. Yeah, apologies for anyone who actually does humor that all my movements are like kind of truncated and stuff. It's just if I extend my arms too much, I'll put holes in the wall and the roof and everything. So yeah, so this is not like legit how it should be done, but you know, you get the idea basically. So yeah, you got your like overhowl, got your unterhowls. Well, that was kind of as well, but yeah, yeah. So you just, I feel like I'm gonna hit something. But yeah. So yeah, this is it. It's like sword fighting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Bit of sword action. Because I don't do like any exercise at all, I'm actually now exhausted after that like 30 seconds of sword play. Whew. Longswords are really light, lighter than you would think. It only weighs about 1.5 kilograms. But my arms weigh about 20 kilograms. And so moving your arms around gets you really tired. Yeah, and swords are really fast as well. Two-handed swords are fast. So yeah, that's another one of those things that the movies lie to you, where they're like swinging the swords around like this. No. Maybe battle axes are like that, but swords are fast. Any weapon that you use in war tends to be fast. Whew. Otherwise it would be shit and no one would use it. And you would get dead. Your weapons have to be fast. Oh yeah, I do have the other move that we do sometimes is we do the little flourish. So the flourish is not really a thing. The flourish is not a sword. It's not a fighting maneuver. But you know, you don't really use a sword because it's the most practical weapon. You use it because it's the coolest weapon. But yeah, so I've got this like flourish maneuver that I do. I don't think you can actually see.
A noble victory.
No, you guys probably can't even see. Yeah, so I got a sword here. I do this flourish, and if I do it exactly right, it goes it goes through a gap in between my speaker and my chair and my gambeson stand. So I can just like, ooh. Anyway, so yeah, I did it like 3 times then, and I didn't hit anything. But then, yeah, once I started thinking about it, I was like fucked up. But anyway, don't do flourishes in fights because that's stupid. You'll get killed. And don't do it in your bedroom, in between your. Well, this is my bedroom. This is my office actually. But you know, I mean, it could be a bedroom, but there's no bed in here. But yeah, and don't do it in your office either. All right, got that out of the way. Was that satisfying? Was that enough swordplay? Hey Walker, first time to your stream, great introduction with the sword, subscribe. Awesome, alright, well it was all worth it then. Thanks a lot Walker, appreciate you man. Hit your desk or chair, I hit the desk and the mic stand and the chair. So we've hit everything now. So that's pretty good. I feel like that was an excellent demonstration of historical European martial arts. Fitting for my first ever online name, Blade, not related to the movies. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys, and thanks a lot to Legend of Total War for the raid. Hey, Emerald, no, I didn't see Legends Discovery of Infinite Magic Spells. I was actually telling the guys in my stream to go and, you know, find out what was going on with that, so you could come back and tell me about it. As I said, I don't get to like watch Legends streams anymore. Like Legends is my favorite YouTuber, and I used to watch all those streams. But now I don't, because I stream, I don't have time to watch any other streams. So I rely on you guys to, is my camera fucked up? Maybe I can, nah, still, is it better or is it still the same? Yeah, like, I don't get to really watch Legend streams anymore. So, yeah, it's like, I didn't seem to have fixed it very much, does it? Is it fixed? Show me a fortress and I'll show me a fortress and I'll show you a ruin. That's is that Iron Warriors? That's Iron Warriors quote, isn't it? Or is that a Imperial Fist quote? It's one of those two, I'm pretty sure. Or is it? Oh, is it Imperial Commander? I don't know. The hand. The swordplay was too much for it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah. It's weird. Could try and fix it, but I'm not really that motivated. Like, do we really care? Oh, wait up. Is it fixed? Fucking hell. Technical genius right here. See that? I just like clicked some shit and now it's all sorted. Yep. Pretty good at computers and stuff. Don't mean to toot my own horn or anything, but anyways, was I supposed to be doing something or what? Sorry about all the close-ups, guys. You probably didn't really need that. I was just checking to see if I could actually do the thing. But yeah, so no, I haven't seen the exploit. I'll watch it later though. I'll watch it later and figure out what's going on with that. So we're trying to level up the Tyrion.
Shield against the dark.
So we already did that one.
My journey begins.
Greetings.
It's interesting how every time we fight a battle, like after they kind of fall back from sacking the wall, they end up on this side of the wall. Whereas if you support the battle from that side, you kind of just stay there like Alistar is. But if you actually attack, if you lead the attack, you end up coming out this side. There's a few different settlements like that. Like Kemler's fortress is like that too. If you attack Kemler's fortress from the eastern side, like coming from like the dwarf,
Smash it to ruin.
that dwarf faction side, then when you retreat away from sacking it, you end up on the south side. It's weird. Start casting a magic spell. Observe the glow around the wizard and then move away to cancel. You can then cast spells out of range and it's free. Move away to cancel. Okay. So how long does your reliability stay very low after the vampire cheese, says Eric Ison. Yeah, so there's a video called, what's it called? Level 40 Lords in 7 turns or something like that. Isabella, level 40 Lords in 7 turns or something like that. And it shows you a cheese that you can do to get an infinite amount of sacks into 1 turn. So you can just level up as many characters as you can get there. Yeah, to answer your question, Eric Ison, your reliability stays very low for a really, 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 really long time. For all intents and purposes, it stays really low for the rest of your campaign. But I'm actually working on a video now where I'm going to attempt to find out how long it lasts, but I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to, like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to actually play through enough turns to actually get to the point where it actually goes back up. But yeah, so basically never is the answer. But possibly eventually. I think Legend said even after 200 turns it won't be back up, or it'll take at least 200 turns or something like that. So I don't know if I assume he just sort of said that off the cuff as like a bit of a guess, but that was like basically longer than you were gonna do anything. Hey Triatus, seen any uplift from the Spiff video? No, I don't think I've really noticed anything from the Spiff video. I was sort of thinking, it was really awesome for him to do a shout out and everything. To link, he put a link to my channel in the comments and everything. So that was really awesome. Thanks a lot, Spiffing Brit. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's been like a huge amount of influx from it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say because it goes up and down every day depending on how recently I put out a video and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe it helped a bit. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I was asking like if anyone had come here having seen the Spiffing Brit video without being referred by Legend or something, but no one sort of said anything. But yeah, if you found this stream because after watching the Spiffing Brit video about the hedge fund cheese, then put a comment on the video and let me know. But yeah, as far as I know, no one has come here from there. but maybe, I don't know. Yeah, 7-turn for level 40 Isabella guide was mental, by the way.
Darkness
Yeah, thanks,
is
Steve.
kept at bay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Who came up with that? That was I put a link in the description. It explains there's one guy who kind of recently discovered it, but apparently he kind of actually rediscovered it. There's another guy who discovered it before that. So so we were like rediscovering it, really, in a sense, So yeah, I didn't actually think of that one. I just made the video, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. But I tried to include like a lot of other cool tips and stuff as well. That hopefully made the video more interesting rather than just having only the one exploit. So I take credit for that. Somebody borrowed my computer, so I missed raid. Oh, sorry, Jacko. Playing through it right now, about turn 50, still very low. Yeah, we won't get back up in 50 turns. Like, it'd be something like over 100 turns, maybe like 500 turns. Something like that. That's what I was saying. I was going to try to play a campaign as long as I can with it to see how long it lasts. But I don't know if I'll have time to actually do it. But yeah, I was thinking of trying to get into a situation where I can just flick end turn over and over and over again and just see how many turns it takes. That would be pretty cool. Because I'm going to do a follow-up video about that. There's a few people who had questions about different things to do with it. So yeah, I'll make another video addressing some of those questions and showing off some even more cool cheese. If you thought that was cheesy, like if you thought that was like a pretty extreme exploit, wait till you see the next one. It's even worse than that one. But I'm going to also include some more like tips for if you're trying to play the game like legit without like too much exploiting. Yeah, I'll try and include some more tips about how to survive after that, and stuff like that. Do you want to get into the... Yeah, I want Lightning Strike. Oh no, I want everything really. Doesn't really matter what order we get it in, I guess.
I am ready. Give the word.
At your service.
We've got to get some resistant handmaidens. We haven't been very lucky so far.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
So, like in the other campaign, I think I'd gotten 3 by now. Because I'd like gotten some myself, plus I'd inherited some from other factions that they'd already like had one. I think I got 2, and then I inherited one that Alarielle had as well. So yeah, Loud says I found this stream from Legend of Total War. Oh, that's awesome, thanks. Yeah, a lot of people came from Legend, and probably I'd say like probably over 1,500 of my subscribers were referred from Legend raids or shout outs from Legend. So yeah, you're not alone, Loud. Many of the people, probably 1/3 of the people subscribed to this channel at least were referred by Legend. So yeah, thanks a lot again to Legend Total War, original and best Total War streamer.
We are triumphant.
Welcome to stream, everybody. Join the Discord. Oh yeah, sure. If you guys want to be involved in discussions about Total War strategies, cheeses, all that stuff. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes on in the Discord that I don't ever get to make videos about, or that I'm maybe one day going to make a video about, but it might not be for like 6 months from now or something. So yeah, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, yeah, we've got discussions going on. We've got there's a Warhammer 2 resources channel where some of the mods have put like different guides and stuff like that. Some of the guys from the community have actually made their own guides and tables and stuff like that. I think Legend actually showcased one that Merryhill put up there, showing off the chaos details of chaos spawns. So yeah, so it's pretty cool stuff on there, and yeah, and if you want to talk to me as well, like you can DM me on Discord, but I prefer if you just like at me from the chats. Like if you're in like the Warhammer 2 discussion, you're talking about some cool strategy that you come up with for your Scabbard campaign or something, just like put at MercytheMad in that chat, and that way I can talk about it, but also other people that are in the chat can respond and tell you about their experiences and stuff as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like a lot of cool chats going in there. I don't get to fully follow everything that goes on all the time, but I definitely pay a lot of attention to it, and it's a really cool resource. There's also a tips. There's like a tips channel that just like everyone just puts little tips in there, it's quite cool to read through. I've seen stuff like that on other forums as well, like quick questions, quick answers type of thing, where you just kind of read through and it just has all these just random little tips that people have put for all different factions and stuff. I was originally planning on using that to make videos out of, to make like a video with like a collection of little tips and like do one every few weeks with like, you know, a collection of people's tips that they put in there. But yeah, I haven't got around to that yet, unfortunately. But even just the channel by itself, even just like as a thing just to read through, just for fun, it's actually pretty cool just seeing like all the different little tips that people put in there. So yeah, check that out as well. Anyway, long story short, Discord, it's cool, get on it.
Servant of the Tower, leading the way.
Teclis, High Lawmaster.
Alright.
Oish, grants
Teclis, go and get me some magic items. Berserk sword, it's really shit. I hate you. You suck, Tyrion. I mean Teclis. Why can't you be Tyrion? Tyrion's probably my favourite lord, I'd say, in the game.
Master of the White Tower.
Overall. Like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just love him, like, I just love his style, I guess. He's just a badass. I love that he's a tank as well. I love that he's a tank and he's like super fast horse, so you just run around like a little pinball, fucking smashing into stuff, and it's just, I don't know, just fun. Can I ask a couple of Empire questions? Yeah, cool guys. Yeah, I pretty much, yeah, I don't know. I know. If you ever watch my streams, especially if you're used to Legend, you'll find that I don't get very much gameplay done. I tend to just be chatting with the stream the whole time. I'm trying to work on it and get a bit better at playing more turns and stuff, but yeah, I mean, let's be honest, I'm pretty shit. I'm probably always remember. I mean, I don't mean to like badmouth myself. Like, you know, I'm not like a shit person in general. I just mean I'm shit at getting through lots of turns in a reasonable period of time. So I'm working on that though. But anyway, long story short, yeah, you're welcome to talk about whatever you want in chat. You know, I'm happy. If except for, you know, as long as it's Warhammer related, or, you know, if it's relevant, if it's the kind of stuff that people are interested in talking about. You know. Legend Showcase the Malice 2-turn Nagaroth Confederation. That's how I found this channel. Oh, awesome! Yeah, thanks, Eric. Yeah. That was a really cool moment for me actually, because like obviously there's been like dozens of times where Legends, you know, come up with some sort of cheese or exploit or different way of playing the game. And I've seen his video and thought, oh, that's awesome. Now that inspires me to like go and, you know, have my own fun playing a game using that technique or whatever. And then, you know, like in that time, like he watched a video that I made, and it kind of, you know, inspired him to like have a new game idea that he wouldn't have otherwise. You know what I mean? I felt like I was kind of like getting to give back to the man a bit, you know? So yeah, I thought that was really cool. That was really cool for me anyway. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. That was like definitely one of my... There's been a lot of highlights of this little like YouTube journey, but yeah, that one was definitely a cool one. Oh, we got a super chat. The Wokest Troll. Stop calling it an exploit when it should be called shit code. You're giving CA an out for their errors. You could easily write an else overflow exception or a percentage cap. Enjoy the content. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Workers Troll. What are you talking about? You're talking about the... Oh, I guess you're talking about this stream we're doing right now. You're talking about the infinite money thing. So... The overflow exception, you're talking about the stack overflow when you get to 214 billion, how it overflows and you go back to zero money? Is that what you mean? With they could write an else overflow exception? Or percentage cap? Or... I don't know. So yeah, so if anyone who's like watched anyone who's watched the Spiffing Brit video about his investment simulation thing, where he did a video about Eltharion Total War Campaign where he makes infinite money. Basically what you do is you get a faction, you beat them down to their last settlement, then you and on the way there you use indoctrinate in here to get as many of their lords as you can. Typically you can get like 5 or 6 of them, so you're getting like 25 to 30% of their that gives you, each one of those gives you 5% of their treasury, however much money. So I've got 900,000. You know, so whatever their treasury is, you get 5% of that every turn. You got 5 of their dudes, you get 25%, 5 times 5. And then as their treasury goes up, you get more and more money per turn. You keep getting that 25 or 30% each turn, you know, so it goes up and up. And then the damn, that troll is woke. Yeah. And yeah, so there's a couple of exploits there. So one of them is that you basically just keep giving them more and more money. Because you locked them in a siege in their last settlement, they can't recruit any troops, they can't build any buildings, so they can't spend the money. So you just put the money into them, and then they can't spend it out. So that's the one exploit. And then the percent, and then every time they give you 30% of the treasury, you give it back to them. So that's the other part of the exploit that Legend I think actually found is when you go into diplomacy with a faction, you can if you go at war with a faction like the Order of Lawmasters, you can do a peace treaty. And then you can offer them money to do a peace treaty. But then if you cancel a peace treaty, the money goes away as well. But if you do a peace treaty and then you offer them some money, well, maybe not that much money. Let's just give them, like, I don't know, 15,000. Give them 15,000 gold. And then you offer something else, doesn't matter, some sort of thing. And then you cancel a peace treaty. That cancels the defensive alliance as well, but it leaves the money there, right? And because that money is more than the amount that it would normally cost to give them a gift, we look at their things here. So currently they're heading towards minus 49. Give them that.
I control the flow.
And now they're headed towards minus 29, because that was just a medium, that was counted as a medium gift, right? So then if we do peace treaty again, and then we go defensive alliance or whatever, go payments, go give them a bit, yeah, we'll give them like 90,000, why not? And then we get rid of the peace treaty again. Now we're giving them 93,000, right?
It requires
and then
little
that means now that was a large gift. See, there's a plus 20 from the first smaller gift, and then plus 40 from the second one, so plus 60. So that's the other exploit, that you can use this broken code here to actually give them money to raise their relations with you and put the money into their treasury, and they can't, you know, even though you're at war with them. So there's those two exploits that work together. But the thing is as well, like once you've got this much money, you don't even need to use that second exploit. You don't even need to be at war with them. Even, you know, even if they can spend their money, like if I was to give them 800,000 gold per turn, like every turn I give them 800,000 gold or 80,000 gold or whatever, like they couldn't spend that much money in a turn. You know, even if they built like every building they can build and they recruited 2 new armies and they recruited 5 units in each army, they still wouldn't be able to spend 100,000 in a turn. So their income would still, their treasury would still keep going up if you kept giving them 100,000 a turn. So, you know, they would also be like super powerful because you just be pumping money into them. But yeah, anyway, yeah, if you've seen the Spiffing Brit video, you probably already get all that, and it's probably a waste of time. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, thanks a lot for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I haven't seen you in chat before, Workers Troll. So welcome to the chat. And yeah, awesome. Big yellow super chat, very nice. Free money cheese that I'm doing now, yep. Anyone else talking to me? Yeah, the money gifting is the real exploitable stuff. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, if anyone's like wants me to answer anything specifically, just write at MercytheMad in the chat, and then it'll kind of show up as like a big orange thing that'll like draw my attention. I might try to actually play the game if you want to.
Born to lead.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this guy back home.
I know the way.
And get him to start farming this one.
There will be carnage. Await your orders.
Yeah, I'll bring him home as well. Oh, the Order of Lawmasters are sending an army to attack us. That's interesting. Oh, okay, and Rathi's sending an army to us as well.
Do not expect pleasantries. The defense of Yvresse is all that matters. Do we want a no aggression pact with these guys? I think we kind of do.
And money, like, we don't care about 7,000 gold, so yeah, why not? Let's be friends with the dwarves. Let's end this unpleasantness about that War of the Beard situation that happened a while ago. I was like, whoops. Lots of new members in Discord. The army, I mean, the fan base is growing strong. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, thanks a lot for everyone who's joined the chat. And do we want to be friends with these guys? Yeah, I guess we can be friends with them. I think they should pay us some money though. Not because I need the money, but just because like they dared to be at war with us. So now they should fucking... The workers... Why do you keep super chatting? The workers troll super chat again. It's like I completed a long campaign with the Warden the week it came out. By the end I was making insane returns into my Hedge portfolio. Felt like I had my own Federal Reserve. Yeah, that's the thing, like, you know, like obviously the video that we made, like showing how to like exploit it to the max to get like millions of gold per turn and stuff, which I didn't even bother actually doing it, but Legend like demonstrated it to the nth degree where you're getting like 2.1 billion gold per turn or something. Like that's what do you call it? That's like, you don't even need to do it like that. Like even if you just play Eltharion normally and you just indoctrinate a bunch of dudes, it just makes the game, you know, it's so powerful, such a powerful thing. Like it's not even, yeah, what am I trying to say? Like just the base mechanic by itself is just so powerful, even without exploiting it. You know what I mean? Like without like overly exploiting it. But yeah, so just I think Eltharion is definitely the most easiest, funnest campaign to play at the moment. If you chuck a few indoctrinates around the place to grease the wheels a little bit with the money. But yeah, I've never even finished a long campaign with Eltharion. I don't think I've finished a long campaign with any faction in Warhammer 2. I'm not sure. I have to check through my what do you call it? My
Sailing
achievements. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I haven't, because I just don't care about it. Like I just don't even try to finish any campaigns.
I will move momentarily.
So yeah, if I have finished any, it must be just by accident because I haven't tried to finish any since Warhammer 1. I did. I like, especially towards the end. Well, actually, no, even from the start, I think I did my Empire campaign pretty fast, and my Chaos campaign I did pretty early as well. Yeah. Anyway, in Warhammer 1, I definitely completed a few campaigns, but I don't know if honestly, I don't know if I've literally completed any long campaigns at all in Warhammer 2. Is that bad?
Setting a course.
Like, have you guys like lost all respect for me as a YouTuber because I haven't finished any campaigns?
Setting sail.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, just the way I play. Like, I don't know, for me, I love the Warhammer world. I love like being in that world. You know, I love. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't really play it because I want to win. I don't want to finish the game. I just want the game to go on forever. You know, I just want to live in that world. Who are we going to use to defend against these? Fuck, they're getting pretty serious.
You presume to command.
Pretty serious here, bros. We might need to. Yeah, we might need to get a bit serious about this. Not getting much replenishment there. We need to get a healer in there.
The ocean gives life.
MercytheMad, have you completed Vortex campaign? No. No. Haven't completed Vortex campaign. Haven't completed... I don't think I've completed Vortex campaign. I think I was like nearly gonna finish one like really early, like when it first came out. I think I was trying to finish one, but then I think I might have just got bored, or maybe like the Mortal Empires campaign came out or something, and I just like lost interest and just never played it again. But yeah, I don't know. Actually. I think I might have got like 3/4. Like I might have got up to the second last. You know how you get like when you get to each one of those little. It's been so long I've played since I literally just never played the Vortex campaign. It's been so long since I've even played it. I don't remember the names of the mechanics in the game.
countless. Onward then. Destruction.
Oh yeah, so in High Elf Affairs, Men Affairs, Lizardman Affairs. I kind of feel like I want to be friends with the men. Maybe. Or do we want to farm the men? It doesn't really matter, I think. I don't think we really care. I think the ports one, I think this one's the best. I think the ports one's the one that gives you the most money. Or maybe, definitely not entertainment buildings. It'd be either ports or industry buildings. Maybe industry buildings, probably. If you had industry buildings built everywhere. But we don't care about that stuff. So, yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like +2 anyway, who cares? It's doesn't have a huge impact on the campaign. It's a solo game, people can do what they want. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that's just like, I mean, a lot of people, I think they play, like Legend sometimes talks about it being like competitive single player, like that he likes to play the game at quite a high level. Yeah, and it's like, it's not like he's competing against anyone in particular, he's like competing against himself or against the game or whatever. I think he means competitive in that he pushes himself for excellence or pushes himself to achieve harder and harder things, and do you know what I mean? He's like, it's competitive in that way. Not necessarily like he's trying to one-up on anyone else in particular, like personally or anything. Just like, you know, he just wants to be the best he can be, you know, be the best, I guess, or whatever, you know. Same with Axiom Razor, I think he plays a lot like that as well. He likes to just do the most craziest, hardest shit you can do, and just like try to, if you read his about page, he's like, says he wants to like, you know, exhibit the highest level of play or whatever, and he does, you know, like if you watch Axiom Razor play, like he's just mad, he's a mad cunt. Sorry, you shouldn't say that word. In Australia, that just like doesn't mean, it's not as bad as it sounds in other countries. Sorry. But yeah, no, I mean, he's a legend. I mean, he's like, well, he's not the legend, that's confusing. Okay, so we've got Legend, we've got Axiom Razor, whatever. Anyway, I'm just saying, Legend and Axiom Razor are both really good at the game, and they're really good at winning the game, and they want to win the game, you know? Whereas I'm like, I don't know, I'm okay, I'm pretty good, I think, I'm okay, whatever. But like, I'm not really trying to win the game particularly, I'm just trying to play the game, like I'm just trying to enjoy playing the game, if you know what I mean? Like, it's not that, it's the journey, not the destination. that's where I'm at with it, basically.
For my queen, Sunfang
There's like
hungers.
a long-winded way of saying fuck all. But, you know, that's how we roll. That's how we roll around most of the Rad channel. Why say something with 5 words if you can say it with 150 words, you know?
Welcome. Change
How far...
is coming.
I reckon we're
My
there,
path
maybe?
is clear.
We'll still be able to join in. I kind of want them to join in, but then we also want them to go and defend. 1, 2, 3.
Bring me battle. There is glory to be won.
I'm gonna get Imrik to get
Send forth by
XP
ball.
as well.
Kill them to victory. Withdraw.
Yeah, it was...
I am ready to fight.
Living in the Warhammer... Oh, what? Lost you there. Okay. Living in the Warhammer world would suck. Yeah, fully. Well, I don't want to live in it. I don't want to be like an empire peasant, you know, getting like my house owned by, like, sacked by chaos and stuff.
Onward.
Can the indoctrinated faction get confederated, and would you lose all the indoctrination money then? Hey, Matt Naxison, really good question. So a lot of time, partly I don't know, but I can partly answer it as yeah. So so a lot of people like are worried about that. So if you're like indoctrinating an orc faction or whatever, and then the orcs get confederated by another orc faction, and then do you lose all the indoctrination money? We always thought that you did, but I'm not sure if anyone actually proved that that was the case or not. But what I have proved is that if you confederate them yourself, then you keep the money. So that's what's happened in this campaign. So basically, I did the indoctrination to Tyrion's faction. I started off as Eltharion. He started off as Lothern down here, right?
So I like sacked all his, like occupied all his cities until his last city. I sacked that one and I kept him locked in there. Indoctrinated all his lords and then pumped heaps of money into him. And now he gives me like 80,000 to 90,000 gold per turn, right? And then I confederated him, and then I'm still getting 80,000 to 90,000 per turn. So yeah, so basically, if you do it to a faction of your own race and you confederate that faction, you still keep getting the money every turn as if those indoctrinated lords were still, you know, giving you the money from that faction. So I'm not sure how that works exactly. Maybe the confederated faction, like Lothern's treasury, still exists somewhere. Like is it an integer? Whatever. The variable, somewhere there's a variable saved for each faction telling you how much money they've got in their treasury, right? And even though Lothern, like all the units of Lothern got converted into Eltharion units and became part of my army, the the variables that still refer to Lothern still exist in the game. So I guess it still keeps referencing them and just still keeps giving them money. Yeah, pretty cool. Can you explain that hedge fund stuff? Says Adrian. I've already explained it a couple of times in the chat, Adrian, and the Spiffing Brit one explains it as well. The Spiffing Brit video explains it as well. But yeah, basically if you're familiar with Eltharion, he's got a thing where you can capture enemy lords, you put them in here, and then you have an option to either execute them for extra influence and XP, or you can indoctrinate them, which means they get to live and they get to instantly respawn the next turn in the faction that they came from. But from then on, forever after that, you get 5% of that faction's treasury. And so then you do that to like 5 different lords, and then you're getting 25% of their faction's treasury. But then where the exploit comes in is, every time you get that 5% of money from them, you gift it back to that faction again. So that increases the size of their treasury, which means that when they give you 25% of the treasury next turn, they give you more. And then you give that money back as well. And then they give you 20% of that, 25% of that, which is now more. Like the base keeps going up. The amount of money they've got keeps going up, which means the amount of money they give you keeps going up. So yeah, and it increases exponentially. So at first you'll see a little bit more, like, you know, you get 900, you get 1,000, you get 1,200, you get 1,500, etc. You know, but after like 30, 40 turns, it's like 200,000, 280,000, 500,000, 10 million. You know, it starts going ballistic. So yeah, that's basically how it goes. So you just basically play as Eltharion, indoctrinate heaps of dudes. That'll give you heaps of money. But if you want to do the full exploit, I've got a video that's called Infinite Money, I think. Infinite Money is this video. Hopefully explains it pretty well. Oh yeah, I could pin a comment. Why did I do that? I intended to do that right from the start. Completely fucking forgot about it. I will do it right now. If somebody's got a link to the video, I can. If you put the link up, I can just pin it. Oh yeah, I found it. Did I change the name of it? I did too. Oh, I'm a legend. So here you go. I actually renamed the video "Infinite Money as Seen on the Spiffing Brit" just to try to get more like traffic from the Spiffing Brit's video. I don't know if it actually worked or not, but yeah. I should have said Infinite Money Cheese Explained. That's probably better if I do it like that. That way people can tell what the pinned comment from me is about. Yeah, how's that? Infinite Money Cheese Explained. Yeah, cool. Alright, sweet. So yeah, so if you wanna get a more detailed explanation of how it works, you can either watch the Spiffing Brits video, or the one that I've pinned there is my video. My one's probably a bit more like kind of explanatory of how to set it up, and in a Eltharion campaign in a more ideal way maybe. But Spiffing Brit one's probably way more entertaining and funny. So check them out both out. Sorry I missed a heap of chats, guys. I had to find out different word, the C word, real quick what you make. Yeah, sorry about that for the American guys. I know. I think in the UK it's not such a big deal, like, because they kind of do the same thing. But in America, like, it's a really bad word. I'll give a quick explanation of that. So we're talking about the C word, C #NT. So in America, I believe it's an extremely offensive word that you use specifically to insult a woman. So it's a really bad offensive word. In Australia, it's more like it's extremely uncouth. Like, you wouldn't say it in polite company, but it's more like bastard. Like, you might say it to your mate, like in the same way that you would say, you beat me again, you bastard, if you after had a game of pool or something, you know, or you're like, you know, your boat's bigger than mine, you bastard. I don't know why this is an example. You know what I mean? How you might say to a mate, you might call your mate a bastard, like, but in a joking like way or whatever. Yeah, in Australia and in some parts of Britain, the C word is used in that way. But it's never really used as an insult against a woman. Like, yeah, like, you wouldn't really, like, that's sort of more of an American thing, I think. I think, like, in Australia anyway, you don't call women the C word. Which is weird because it's like it's meant to refer to a part of the woman's anatomy. But anyway, there's a little explanation of the C word in Australia. It means it's a slightly different meaning in Australia. It's not anything about a woman. It means bastard basically. But it's like a more offensive. It's more offensive. It's a more offensive version of bastard. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like bitch though, if that's the B word you're talking about, Grandfather Nurgle. So bitch is like got two different things. Like, you could call a woman that, you know, I guess, and it means she's mean or she's a bad lady or whatever. Or you could use it in that like gangster way, like you're like a little bitch kind of thing. But yeah, the C word's not like that because it's not like, it's different. It's not like it's literally there's no connection between the C word and being a woman in Australian vernacular. Like a C, and it's, I guess, the C word, it almost exclusively refers to men. It's like, you know, you're a bit of a C word. I'm going to try not to just keep saying it. Like, imagine if I had said it every time. I would have said this. I should have said the C word about 10 million times by now. At the Grandfather Nurgle, Nick is a C word. Yeah, Woody Chopper's just using it as an example in a sentence. Yeah, that's probably a bit of a good example. Nick can be a bit of a C word on occasion. But it's so I don't know if I explained it properly, but yeah, it's probably really hard for Americans to understand because you guys are so used to the meaning that you understand it, and like every time you hear it, that's what you think, you know. But it actually means something totally different in Australia. Anyways, I think we're up to date. Actually, I don't even know if anyone really asked me about that, but I just went on a bit of a slant, a bit of a thing there. Thanks for the answer. Maybe Lothland faction still exists, and if you would revive, they would have that treasure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's an interesting question. I think that no one's really investigated because we don't really care because we can't think of a way that would practically impact your campaign. But it is interesting though, just from a purely theoretical, like what would happen if you brought them back? Would they still have the same treasury and that kind of thing? It'd be really interesting because you've got because the factions there, you're taking a percentage of their treasury with lords that are indoctrinated that are in your faction. Because if you brought them back to life, they wouldn't get the lords that you've indoctrinated back. You would still have them. So that's sort of weird. You got these indoctrinated lords where they're indoctrinated in their faction, but they're in your faction, but you're getting their money. It's like, what the hell's going on? At first I thought what was going on was because they became in my faction, I was getting a percentage of my own money. But I don't think that's how it's working. I think I'm still getting a percentage fraction of Lothern's money, even though Lothern doesn't exist anymore. At Sagman Gaming, he streams for the European audience. That's why he starts at 4 AM, but for him that's 6 PM for Europe. Yeah. I guess vaguely I stream for the European audience and stuff. It's also just because I can't really stream any other time. Like, this is just the only time I can really do it. In Britain, it's an adjective. Yeah, C word really gets your point across here in the UK. Yeah, that's right. Oh, actually, maybe that part of it's not as much of a thing in the UK. Like they're calling your mate a bit of a C word. You know, he's a bit of a C word, or you know, he's a good C word. That's a common one as well. He's a good guy. That kind of thing. I just started to say it, but I only half said it then, so you couldn't really. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if that jokey calling your mate one part of it is as big in the UK, but the rest of it I think is pretty much the same. Anyways, whatever. Just saying there's views being worse than the B word over here. I do like how much you guys use it there. It also makes me laugh, lol. yeah, definitely worse. It's definitely worse than the B word over there. And if you called a woman that in Australia, then it would kind of mean the same thing as what it is in America. Like if I called, you know, if I was having a big fight with my wife and I called her the C word, I'd probably be in big trouble. But you know, like then it would be kind of like the same way that it's used in America, like to specifically insult a woman in a really bad and really offensive way. But that's not the way. It's normally not used that way. Most commonly, it's used to call your mate something, or to call somebody you don't like a man, like usually a man. It's usually addressed to men. Hey Revan, not even going to touch that one. Yeah, try and stay away from like politics, fucking racism, like any of those type of topics, you know. Yeah, don't even go there. Don't even talk about it, because if people start talking about it, then somebody's gonna say something really offensive, and it's just like fucking fuck that shit basically. Like this channel's not about that. But yeah, you can talk about cunts all day long. That's fine. All right, that was last time. No more C words. All right, we're done.
Her most loyal servant. Under her protection.
Loic's fury. I bow to.
Oh yeah, so these guys are coming. They want a bit. They're coming at me. So it might be time to make them our friends. Yeah, so we can just keep pumping cash into these dudes. Maybe we could even indoctrinate. We could bash this guy, indoctrinate, and then pump more money into him, and then confederate him as well. Just for shits and giggles, you know? Why not?
True son of
Excuse me. Lizardman Gaming, thanks. I'm in the US. I stream after work. Peak time's over. If I do in the morning, not started yet. You're walking an ostrich, you daft cunt. Yeah, indeed. Even monkey's got it. Yeah. I mean, I do think it's a good idea to stream to the UK and Germany and the European audience, because there's not very many people in Australia, so it's not really, you know, from a growth perspective, it's not like the best idea. But yeah, honestly, I just can't really stream it any other time. This is the only time it really works for me. So yeah, I figured it's more important to be regular than anything else. So, you know, I mean, on weekends I could stream whatever time I wanted, but yeah, I figured it's best to just stream at the same time all the time, you know. As I understand this correctly, Total War 1 or 2 is more viewed in the EU. No, it's just because this is the only time I can really do it. Just doesn't really fit into my schedule any other time, you know. Second bidding is so. About 20% of my subscribers are from US, about 15% are from UK, 10% are from Germany, and you know, it would probably go down from there, different European countries, around the same time zone, you know, all of the countries that can watch this stream in their time zone are probably the ones that mainly watch it, you know. But yeah, so the top three are America, US, UK, and Germany. But then there's probably a lot of other probably a lot of other European countries around the same time zone as Germany, like Norway and Sweden. Got quite a few Swedish guys that follow the channel, and Norwegian. I don't know. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, we've probably like now we've got like over 4,000 subscribers. We've probably got at least like one person from nearly every country in the world, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, like, those are the top 3 anyway. All right, what are we gonna do here? So we need to get these guys back over to Torian Rock. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much because it's doesn't really matter that much because
lies this way.
it's only tier 1 anyway, like tier 2 or whatever. But you know, I have managed to get it up to tier 2, and I would like it to keep going up to tier 3. So yeah.
Protector of the Everqueen.
I don't think that. I don't know if Alistair is going to be able to manage to sack this by himself.
Dark bloodlust drives them. I will do my duty.
It'd be interesting. Might be fun to try though.
Going forth.
Can we give him? Oh yeah, we'll give him some Sisters of Avalon. I forgot. I totally forgot to. We've been meant to be hiring Sisters of Avalon. Maybe we should be hiring over here.
The Asher are troubled.
No, I can't. But yeah, these guys have got the woods there, so that'll give us +1, +2 ranks for Sisters of Avalon. Yeah, and then we can put the. We can put this into. Yeah, we'll put this into the +1 recruit rank mode. And
Order must be maintained.
this is already in the +1 recruit rank. Yeah, that's fine.
You have my attention. Now, noble son of smash it to ruins. Standing by. I await your command.
Servant of the king.
Tyrion.
Alarielle guides me. Ready to serve. We shall not rest.
Get him down here. One of these guys. I guess we could.
The Asur have conquered.
I really want to get Tyrion up to level. Oh, maybe we're already there. We can get blind here as well. Yeah, get him up to his quest battle. Maybe we've already got it. We've probably got a few. We should do all the quest battles. We've got I got like an hour and 40 minutes left. We could probably do 2 more quests. We could probably do 2 quest battles. The quest battles are quite nice, especially for guys who, if anyone doesn't normally watch Total War, like you might not have seen some of them. Dragon Armor of Anarion, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's. I think it's really easy if we give him a decent army, and it's pretty fun. Like it's got one of my favorite speeches in the game as well. I love it. Does the lion tremble when cornered by the mouse? Oh no, by the rat. Does the lion tremble when cornered by the rat? It's fantastic.
Your word is
We'll
my
definitely have to
command.
listen to that one before the end of the stream. No, shadow. See, the money is irrelevant. It's sort of the only thing with having the infinite money thing. It kind of like it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't ruin it, but it removes the economic aspect of the campaign. So you kind of, in a sense, it's like you're getting a huge advantage because you're rich and everything. But in another sense, you're kind of missing out on some of the fun because you don't have, you just don't have the economic element to the game. So that's that's the whole thing with exploits. You're always trying to have a balance between exploits that enhance your fun in the game and allow you to give you like freedom and the ability to do cool stuff,
Speak.
Oh, I suppose I should go up here, really, shouldn't I?
Forward then.
By the White Tower.
I don't know. I'm going to just ignore all that chat. So none of it was None of it was directly addressed to me, so
Lawmaster of Hope.
that's the rules. If you say, if you do a super chat, or if you do at MercytheMad, so it's like specifically names me, then I'll have to respond. But if it doesn't, then I don't have to. That's the rules. That means I can play more turns.
We'll show the Southerners how it's done.
Right, I think we're nearly done here. But at least we're getting a bit of action hunting up. It was time for Marathi to do another invasion. She's been a bit lazy. She hasn't really been doing much.
Destruction! Breeding will out.
Wandering around up there. She's not going to make me egg and bacon today. She's got to go to work, so. Oh, we just got a new car yesterday. That was pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Just a little cheapie. I think I cost like $2.5 grand.
Resting a spell.
But yeah, my wife's got some wheels to get her around. Which is quite cool. It's like her first car. So now she's all like independent woman. But she's not gonna. She doesn't use it to drive to work anyway, because she works in the city, and it's a bit like, you don't have to deal with traffic in the city and all that kind of stuff. So she's still gonna catch a train, but she can go and visit. While I'm like neglecting her because she's now a YouTube widow, she can go and visit friends and stuff. And, yeah. She can like go and visit my family and like maintain my family relationships because I'm like opting out because I'm too busy playing Total War all the time. Yeah.
There will be carnage.
So yeah, I don't normally do this. This is a bit of a Legend of Total War move where he just like keeps one of the factions alive, just owning one of these walls, fortress gates, and then he just like uses it to farm influence with all of his nobles. So yeah, I don't actually usually do that, but here I am.
I saw no.
It's pretty convenient, I've got to admit.
Brave son of Ulfwan.
Remain vigilant.
Oh, they plug it off. Where are they going? Sure. Oh noes. Oh noes. Fucking Shrine of Loic. Fucking always getting sacked. Hopefully they don't have any siege weapons.
Far beneath an archmage.
I mean, I could build an army there and like pop out like heaps of dudes. I mean, why not? We've got heaps shitloads of money. Why not? Might as well. All right. We've got shitloads of influence. Look at this, 370. I just wonder if we should buy some. So we've got these 60 influence ones are the best ones. I don't like to spend money on anything less than that. But yeah, we get this one like plus 10 magic item drop chance, plus the 24 from his thing, plus that hero that gets another plus 25, plus 4 from decisive victory or whatever it is, 4 or 6 from decisive victory. She's your noble hero with plus 10 family relations. Yeah, that's it. She goes and like visits my sister and visits my niece and stuff like that. The Imbued says, my mum was born in Australia but moved to Britain in 1957. She never quite got around to going back. That's cool. My wife's mum was born in Britain and then she immigrated to Australia. But she goes back every now and again for holiday and stuff. She really likes Britain. I think she's got a few relatives there and stuff, but I think she also just loves she's an Anglophile. She just loves British stuff. I don't know what I want, really. I don't really care. I don't really want anything. I guess we'll just go for... Like, Vigorous is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Vigorous is pretty good. 15% ward save. Can't argue with that. Lotoro. I'm thinking this is a Dragon Lord, to have him on a Dragon stack. Or... No. So this one's a weird one. It's like chariots and eagle claw bolt throwers. You know what I mean? Like, and they get plus 20% reload time for eagle throw. So we're just gonna have like a whole army of eagle claw bolt throwers and just like artillery the shit out of people with high elves. Like high elves aren't really an artillery faction. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's interesting. We got incendiary fire mage lord. Could be pretty cool. Yeah.
Master of high magic. Master of high magic.
Maybe that actually. What do you think about them apples? Some Sisters of Avalon stacks.
Asor sorcerer.
And I'll just give it a bit of room. It's like we literally just don't care about money, we just buy everything. It's fine. So we're over $1 million now.
Handmaiden of Dawn's Hope.
We could bring these guys up
Avalon
here just in case we
advances.
can get them into a stack and get a bit of XP on
Guardian of
XP on them.
Avalon.
Be useful.
I cannot.
Adrian says, "What is your favorite race faction lore-wise?" Hey, Adrian. My favorite races and factions lore-wise, the Empire. I love the Empire as the everyman. They're kind of like the Imperial Guard of the fantasy genre. And when I say that, I mean they're kind of everyman. They're kind of the perspective through which you see the world. Like if you're gonna like experience the Warhammer world, you kind of experience it through the eyes of the Empire soldier. You know, like with all these different elves and magic and monsters and the constant threat of chaos and death and plague and beastman raids and goblins and all that kind of just the horror aspect of the Warhammer world. As humans, we kind of see it from that same perspective as the Empire, the average Empire Joe Blow. So yeah, I love the Empire from that. I love the just the common man of flesh and blood standing firm against the darkness and all that kind of stuff. And on the other side of things, I love the anti-hero. I love the tainted, damaged hero. And yeah, so Chaos. Basically, Chaos is my other favorite. Chaos and Empire are my two favorite factions in the lore. I love, the characters like Archaon, who were, originally Sigmarite. I think he was a Templar of Sigmar or something, or a warrior priest. I can't remember if it was warrior. Was he a Templar? No, I think he was a knight, wasn't he? He was a knight of Sigmarite knight, some kind. Anyway, whatever. Like a character that's like, really devoted and dedicated to good, but then becomes like disillusioned and kind of tainted by evil, maybe you could say, or whatever, and then becomes, like this really bitter kind of, I don't know, and solve the whole idea of being corrupted by chaos as well, and I don't know, Chaos and the Empire.
I live to serve my queen.
I don't know if we should get.
I refuse this insolence.
Like I think going out on the ocean chasing Ralphie is probably going to be a bit dangerous. But I don't know. Like this week, I don't know what armies she's got or anything.
Champion of the Evergreen.
Alarielle.
Look at this army, it's terrible.
Absurd!
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Ready for orders.
Madness will consume the Druki.
MercytheMad says, or take both of them, says Tom 300. Hey Tom 300, welcome to the chat. Another Tom, yeah. Just a little tip for you guys, because I tend to ramble and I get distracted and I circle back to the chat. So if you ever want to say anything to me, just include the context of what you're saying with the comment. So, like, you know, or take both of them. I'm guessing that refers to something I said about 20 minutes ago that I have, like, no recollection of now, so I have, like, no fucking idea what you're talking about. So, yeah, so sorry about that. I don't know what that's referring to anymore. Tom says he's the only Tom. Well, we might have some other Toms that might challenge you on that. Oh, Tom Wood's there. He's like, oh, he's angry at me for playing Elves. That's fine. No worries. I think our customers. Oh yeah, we heard about that already. Yeah, cool exploit that Legend found where you can cast spells for free. Pretty cool. We really want Morgor. Where the fuck's Morgor? Got Malagar. We don't really care about Malagar or Kazrak though. We want Morgor. What the hell is like this guy doing as well? Is he coming to like invade me or something? Yeah. I might have to finish the chat a bit. Might have to finish the stream a bit earlier today, guys. We'll go for another half an hour or so. Just like wrap up this turn, see if we can maybe fight a.
Phoenix Court.
Ulthuan's queen.
The Warden.
We really need to get this army healed up. Why is it
The Warden assumes control.
Yeah, just I'm really behind with my work, my actual job work.
As you were.
So because
Only the Asur may enter.
YouTube stuff takes up a lot of my time, and
Alarielle's
unfortunately I can't make a living out of this, so I need to make sure I keep my actual
Dragon
job.
shall wake.
Otherwise I'll be in all sorts of trouble.
Calador wakes.
I will use my
Not that I'm like imminently about to get sacked or anything, but yeah, I've definitely been putting a bit more time than I really should be into the YouTube, and the actual work's been suffering a little bit.
This is beneath me.
Pull my socks up, as they say.
Mage.
Gotta know which side your bread's buttered on. Yeah, these guys are pretty serious, aren't they? We might pump some influence into these guys, since we're not using it for anything. Yeah, heading to a 77. Yeah, so that's fine. I can probably give him another gift as well. They're probably not going to peace out with us like next turn. They're probably still going to attack if they're going to attack. But I'm not sure exactly how much a small gift will be, but.
My gifts permitted.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they probably won't peace out with us next turn, but you know, assuming we deal with this situation, that should, should sort it out.
There is only vengeance.
Oh yeah, we're going to fight a battle.
Fear us.
Okay, so this is pretty cool. It's a siege. It says it's 50-50, but most sieges you can cheese pretty badly. Yeah, this is not like one of the most cheesable.
Time for battle.
Should be fine.
To me, Shadow Warriors.
Actually, it might be a bit hard because we don't have that many archers or armor piercing. Could be interesting. See you, Blackout. Yeah, good seeing you around the chat. Good work on your good work on that Marcus Wolfhart stuff, by the way. Yeah, that was really cool. We'll do another Marcus Wolfhart stream probably tomorrow. Yeah, in the Discord there's a channel called Wolfhart Drakwold Campaign, something like that. So if you want to add to that, discussion, go and check it out. The idea is basically to get Wolfhart migrating to the Empire, so you don't have to play your campaign in Illustria, and then play your campaign in the Old World instead. I really like Wolfheart, but I really hate Illustria. So yeah, I put it out to the guys to help me find a way to do that. Yeah, Blackout's basically did it. Like, he's got the fastest one so far. I think he made it to the Empire and took over an Empire province in 16 turns, and he confederated all of the legendary lords, including Boris, in like 34 turns or something ridiculous. So I think that's probably the one to beat. I don't think anyone's going to do it faster than that. But yeah, if you can beat it, or even if you can just, you know, get a good run where you manage to successfully migrate to the Empire without successfully migrate to the Empire, and yeah, let us know. Post it up in the chat, and yeah, it'd be cool.
Eagle Claw.
If that sort of thing would work.
Acknowledged. Lawmaster of Poet. Illyrian archers. Shadow warriors.
As you say. Orders received.
What if we could just... Well, we could just park these guys over here, I guess. Doesn't really matter
Shadow
what they do.
warriors.
Yeah, these guys see that this is because they're hidden, because they've got Stalk. So they're all kind of invisible. Yeah, unfortunately, Alith and Anar's got Stalk as well, so you can't actually tank. Can't actually tank for the towers. But yeah, hopefully this guy will be fun.
We will obey.
Yeah, so Spread Shot apparently does more damage to towers than normal shot. You would think that it should be the other way around, but yeah, apparently it's yeah, this at least should dump this tower in like 2 shots. So that's cool.
Moving. On ahead.
Shit. Alright,
Illyrian archers.
oh, that's fine. We can just tank the shots.
Poet.
We can use this to dumpster this tower. 2 shots that should take that out, but if not, we can just finish off with the
White
purples.
Tower Guardian.
Yeah, it's half down already, so a couple more shots.
Servant of the tower.
This tower's not even loaded. See, there's no troops sitting up here. It's not lit up. Whereas this one had some troops there. So I guess we should have taken that one out first. Yeah, thanks a lot, Grandfather Noble. Appreciate it.
Eagle Claw.
Yeah, I'll take out this other tower as well. Oh, I didn't actually take any damage. Okay, I was casting it hoping to get damage onto this part. But if you cast the Bolt's Hammer on a unit that's standing here, you can only cast it on a unit, so it's weird. But yeah, if you have a unit that's standing here, then it can actually damage the tower when it damages this part of the wall. But obviously the unit that was there, like when it targeted it here instead. So that's the section of that. These catapults, I guess it's because they got no experience. Like, they're not very accurate. Like, if they were gold chevron, like the first one there, they'd probably be a little more accurate. I think you can actually take out a tower with one of those, one ballistay if they're like leveled up. Like if you use up the whole all of their ammo.
Understood. Pull.
What we could do as well as waste ammo. Might be worthwhile. I'm a bit worried we might lose this one because I'm just worried we'll lose this because we'll run out of ammo. Like we don't have enough like dudes to actually use up all the ammo. American Venom, thanks for the stream. Great time while I'm working. Oh, no worries, man. Glad we could keep you entertained. No one wants Saint Ago on a toast and I don't have it in the house, so I know. Rule number 30,021 says, always have some delicious cheese ready. Good call. Obviously, oh shit, trying to like waste ammo from outside of ammo range. It's not gonna work. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this campaign. It's a bit, I guess it's a bit slow. It's not very exciting because we've kind of settled down into our comfortable mid campaign. We've got infinite money. We've got powerful stuff. It's not very challenging. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should make it like every 2 weeks or something. I don't know. It's sort of good for me though because it's kind of relaxing. You know, I can just chat away. I don't really need to worry too much about what's going on in the campaign. So there's like that positive aspect to it there, but I guess it is pretty boring. I don't know. It's pretty boring for you guys. Oh, that was a waste. Cause yeah, I busted the door, or half. Oh no, I didn't even bust the door. Just half busted the like outside of the. Yeah. Do as much damage as possible with the ammo you have and you throw and go anyway. This is Mercy's on her way to work to make the money. Yeah, if I absolutely need to. I've never actually done that, I don't think, in a campaign yet. I've been aware of it for a long time, but I just don't use it. But I mean, I would though if I needed to. I'm not against it. I'm not like a purist or anything. Oh, another thing I like to do is shooting through the door is pretty cool. You can manage it. Maybe we should put it out actually. Yeah, we'll set up just outside of range. How many dudes is there? Oh, they're mostly all alive. They just all took some AoE damage. Unfortunately, we don't really have much spell damage power with these guys. We've got, like, healing. Actually, that's a good call. So we can, like, tank... Yeah, I'm probably shot this guy in the middle here. He's not very tanky, he doesn't have any items and stuff. But yeah. Mad Merch, the official MercytheMad merchandise line. That's a pretty good name, actually. Gotta admit, Mad Merch does sound pretty cool, doesn't it? Sound pretty catchy. What merchandise would I have though? Oh, it's weird. I'm gonna go fast now. Yeah, so we get this guy in here, right? Then they all come in and they're all like, "Yeah, we're gonna kill you," and then I just shoot the fucking catapult through the door. And they're like, "How do you like them apples?" How do you like them apples, bro? He's gonna take a lot of damage though. But yeah, it should do pretty good damage. It would be better if we could get a bit closer, but we could probably get shot by these archers. Yeah, seems to be. Oh no! There's like witch elves in there, and they're reckoning him. We could like do like this and just go over the walls. Oh shit, he got broken already. I wonder what happened there. Did he get terror routed or something? No, he didn't get terror routed. Really for the best. If we get him to fuck off out of the doorway. Yeah, good. Oh no.
We honor you.
Yeah, it's like a weird. Like he won't go out the doorway. And he won't fight because he's routed. He might just get stuck in there and just, die.
Eagle claw. We away. Loyal. Enemy units have appeared. Upper. Forward.
Oh, we're gonna make it, hopefully. So we can turn around halfway through and come back.
Advance! Missiles, take cover! So be it! Warrior, wait! Eagle claw! Black eye!
Just doing a full like wall assault with the archers. Pretty fun.
Eagle claw! Chosen of poet! Advancing!
Orders received.
For order! Without fail!
It will be done.
Understood! Loyal!
There you go, Silverworth. Yeah, man. You can sell those toques with the big fake beard kit on it. I haven't seen them before. I don't know what those. Price is so low, you'll swear we're mad. You could call it Clint Nelson.
Eagle claw! March!
Yeah, I don't know if this idea of like getting up on the walls was that good, but
It shall be done.
oh, we didn't turn our arrows back on. Whoops, sorry guys. They're like, we need orders to fire. It's like weapons free, guys. Weapons free. Open up on these dark elves. Oh shit. If these like basic dark elf spearmen beat my elite shadow warriors in melee, I'll be a bit more. It'd be good if this guy was over there helping them.
It will be done. We go. Move.
I wonder if we're going to lose this battle. If we win, it's not going to be because of my amazing generalship, that's for sure.
For duty.
Orders received.
Acknowledged. Orders received.
Loyal! Understood.
Acknowledged. For duty.
We will obey.
Eagle claw. Alith Anar. Tireless.
I'm going to shoot these guys point blank range. That'd be pretty cool.
My duty.
Louis Tina!
By your command. To the fray.
Shoot. There we go. Nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Slash! Cut!
I love it. I love which elf's gonna come out fucking right.
Lawmaster of poet! Titan Steel Campaign! We will obey! Defending order!
For the king.
Yeah, it's not really
Alith Anar.
what we're playing. I'm not
Vengeance.
very,
Forward.
not doing very good. Not sure. It was a bit rough because we just didn't have any outfitting and we didn't have enough dudes and stuff, I guess.
It shall be
Oh,
done.
okay. Maybe I just fucked up. I feel like losing my elite units as well.
We will obey.
The man shadow
For duty.
warriors. And you got something out of them.
Alith Anar.
Warden of Sappery!
Going forth. Eagle claw.
Maybe I should retreat. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can still win, but they're probably taking pretty bad. I really should have healed, put the heals on these guys, maybe.
For the king!
Yeah, I thought these Shadow Warriors and stuff would be more powerful. And would like smash these guys in melee a bit more. But yeah, I guess legendary melee. So that'd be good.
Anar! Lawmaster of Hoenn! At once! Striking forth! Battle awaits! Lawmaster! Moving on!
Move, dude, move. Keeps getting stunned by the arrows.
Guides me.
There we go.
Forward! Going! Ever onward!
Eagle Claw! March! It will be done! Shadow March!
Nothing lucky!
I'll start with you, Mercy of the game sound. Maybe I'm talking a bit quiet because I'm a bit tired or something. The music's a bit too loud. Okay.
Scion of Anarion!
What about that? Is that a bit better?
Without fail!
Actually turned. I'm speaking louder as well. So.
For duty!
Look at this. They still haven't fucking taken out these shades. Shades of Great Swords are pretty powerful, but still. Like they look at heaps outnumbered and there's hardly any of them left. They got no health left. Yeah, I think we fucked this up. I don't think we're good enough to. Yeah, we're gonna pull out, I think, before we lose any more stuff. That was pretty embarrassing. It was an embarrassing defeat for Alith and Anar. Lost another one of his Shadow Walker units. His unique elite Shadow Walkers. I had 4 initially, but then I lost one, and then I just lost another one. If I was playing by myself, I lost 2. I only got 1 left. Oh, I guess it's kind of cool. You just got like 1. That's his like elite bodyguard, but I'll probably let you lose them as well if I keep going at this rate.
Time for blood!
Yeah, that was terrible.
Alith Anar!
Terrible.
Shadow Warriors!
Waste my time.
Attend!
Now we need to like. We could probably. Yeah, we might force march the fuck out of there. Humiliating. I'm not even sure if I should go for Shadow Warriors or just go for Sisters of Avalon. I kind of think Sisters of Avalon are going to be better.
Is this my final fate?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about this sound? Shadow Warriors all dead, but still 3/4 ammo is painful to see. Yeah, I did a bad job. I think I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny to see them like. I just thought it'd be funny to see them assault the walls because they're kind of pretty good in melee as well. But yeah, it was a bad idea because when they come out of the water, they get very tired, which gives them a huge debuffs to melee. And plus, they've already got the debuffs for melee for being legendary. You know, plus they should obviously always use their ammo before they go into melee. Yeah, no, it was definitely bad. Definitely bad. Time travel to Warhammer 3 or Warhammer 40k? Decisions. That's, yeah, how far in the future do you want to go? Warhammer 40k you might be, Total War Warhammer 40k you might be waiting a while. Angry Bane, how you going, Angry Bane? Angry Bane doesn't come in too much. I'm probably just about to wrap it up there, actually, guys. As I was saying before, I might finish a bit early so I can get organised for work. I've still got an hour till I start work. I usually stream for like right up until I start work, but yeah, I think I got to put in a bit of extra effort today. So yeah, sorry it was Elves again, guys. Tomorrow we'll be back with some Empire Migration, sorry. With some Wolfheart. This should be pretty cool.
I'll just end the turn, but not really end the turn. Just
By Anar's bidding.
yeah, I'll just save it.
I will be.
Peace treaty. Oh yeah. Whatever. Yeah, so I'll just save it to the end of the turn. We can decide what to do from there. Maybe Eltharion's a secret necromancer and he's starting a skeleton stack. Oh dear. No stream never ends. Wives and work are temporary. Stream views are eternal. That is true. That is very true. Like every view we get on this stream will live forever. All of you who typed in the chat will live immortalized in the chat forever. It's like William Wallace, you know, when you're dying in your bed, 20 years from now, because we only live till 50 in medieval times, then you'll all wish that you were back here and that you had have commented in the chat. But anyway, thanks so much for everyone who rated over from Legend Stream. Thanks for everyone who subscribed. I think we've got quite a few new subscribers just today, so that's really awesome. We're up to 4,255. 4,255 now, so quarter of the way to 5,000 already. We hit 4,000 a few days ago, so yeah, already a quarter of the way to 5,000. So that's pretty cool. My long-term goal is to try to get to 15,000 subscribers before Warhammer 3 comes out, so that I can apply to Creative Assembly to get partnership status, so I can get early access. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It might be a bit of a big goal, but I think it's doable. I think it's possibly doable if I work really hard and make lots of videos and do lots of streaming and all that kind of stuff. And if you guys are all on board, yeah, we can do it. So yeah, thanks a lot for everyone who liked the stream and everyone who's been like commenting and liking everything and helping promote the videos and the polls and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I usually as Legend does, I like to also host somebody at the end of the stream, partly to help out whoever's streaming, and partly to just give you guys somewhere to go so you don't have to think for yourself or anything. We've got, what do we got? We've got Ikit Claw, biggest brain of all the rats, Ikit Claw Legendary Episode 2, Gaming Dean's playing. And we've got Linksy, who's playing Teclis live stream, doing Teclis things. And we've also got Warmaster Moloch, who is collecting heads as Quick. This is Total War, Legendary Difficulty, Total War Part 3. And so they're all doing kind of Part 3s of campaigns. I don't know, I think we've kind of given Linksy and Gaming, I've given Linksy on lately, but don't think we've Warmaster Moloch a host for a while, so maybe we'll give it to Warmaster Moloch. He's the smallest of the streamers as well, in terms of the amount of subscribers that he's got the least, so I'll probably help him out the biggest. So yeah, I don't know, I mean, obviously not all of you guys will do it, but if at least some of you guys want to go and support a small channel, Warmaster Moloch's a really cool guy. He's a massive Warhammer fan. He's hardcore, and yeah, go and show him some love if you want. I got to go and get ready for work, but yeah, if you want to watch some collecting heads as Quick, because Quick's got his skull thing on his back where he puts he's called Quick Head Taker for a reason, because he puts the heads of his foes spiked on his back. So yeah, so Moloch's collecting some heads right now. So go and check that out. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining the stream, and see you next time. Catch you guys.